fine. You can have your list. I decided, and we fought about this a week ago, so you know this
we
is
did.
my
I just
position.
said pick movies that take place that are actual Halloween movies.
I think these all count as Halloween movies because they're scary, and they're therefore movies that I consider to be Halloween movies.
Where's Nightmare Before Christmas?
I don't like that.
That's what I thought we were going to have the. That's
Like
what
that
I
to
thought
me
you were going to put that in because is that a Christmas movie? Is that a Halloween movie?
That's a Christmas movie. It
It
has
takes
the
place
word
in Halloween
but it has
land.
the word-
I mean, I don't think it's a Halloween movie, but it has more to do with Halloween than 90% of the movies you pick.
Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog, the Week 9 picks against the spread. A mini Cust Corner featuring the best Halloween movies of all time, ranked with gaps and everything, plus a recap of our trip to Toronto, Superlocks, free money. We got a credit corner coming up, but first, we'll start with you good people. You smash the like. You sub to Mayo Media Network. And don't forget to subscribe and download the Pat Mayo Experience podcast. Apple, Spotify, wherever you do all that good stuff. Always goes a long way to help us out. Leave a review while you're there at the same time. Geoff, we did not do a Sunday night show for the first time in like 3 years. It was a lot of tired people on Sunday, just like I'm guessing you're very tired today.
Yeah. I'm very tired. It's been a sluggish day. Just when, whatever. It's tired Sunday, tired today. It's okay. Just when it's over, the ride is over.
Well, joining me in the studio, someone else who's quite tired, but had a pretty fantastic weekend, I must say. So we need to get to one Mr. Tim Credit Cust.
Tim and August.
I like that better.
That's better?
It's better.
You had yourself a weekend.
I certainly did.
12-1 against the spread. The Jets won. You hit your super lock. You hit your free money 4-game teaser. When the favorites cover, you win, sir.
It certainly seems to be the case.
The only team that you lost on
Was the Jets, who were down 2 touchdowns with like 6 minutes left. I had actually a crack at a perfect week. That was great. The Blue Jays only win when I'm in the house.
It's true.
I had a very, very great week.
But you're running on fumes too.
Sure, I am, but the people demand the show. They demand an opportunity for some credit. I mean, the Jets did win, so didn't get a chance to wear it Sundays. We'll put it on for a couple of minutes. They're on bye. So
They can't even lose this week.
We won't talk about the Jets.
Is this a momentum turner for the Jets season? Now they've won a game, are not going to lose this week.
It's not.
Things are looking up.
Well, I mean, sure, but only because things were looking so badly. But like even in wins,
10-7.
even when they win, dumb things happen. Like in the post-game press conference, Justin Fields was asked his views on what Woody had said about him.
Is that when he was crying in the closet?
And then he said, we're not listening to any outside noise right now. How is the owner outside noise? How is the guy who signs your paychecks the outside noise? So like that was not a particularly well thought through comment. But yeah, it was a great win.
You tried to talk me off the Dolphins. You were absolutely correct.
There are spots where you can trust the Falcons and try points that you can't. And that was the one big underdog that I smelled out. The rest, it was just I played very conventionally last week. Conventional picks came in, so it worked out great. I think I'm like 30 games over 500 or something. It doesn't seem like it's going to last very long, but hey, it's a heck of a ride.
It was good too because on the Thursday show, Rob said like I don't want to just like fade Cust, but like this record is getting outrageous. Then you go 12-1.
You ain't seen nothing yet. I mean, this is the high point. We're not going to do better than this, but. Yeah, 12-1. That was pretty fun.
I was 4-9 last week, so I dropped to 57-61 to last place of the 4. The coin went 9-4, 59-59 to get back to 500. In your place, Geoff, Garion went 8-5 to get you 4 games over 500 and 12-1, 74-44 against the spread. You've never won the season-long contest.
I thought I did once years ago, but regardless, I got 30 games over 500.
Well, you are up by, let's see here, over me, you have a 17 game lead. You have a 13 game lead over Geoff. the prediction markets currently have you as an 86% favorite
Yeah.
to win this season.
That sounds about right. One out of every 5 times I would mess up. But
Geoff, do you think Tim will hold on for the victory this year?
I mean, it's hard to blow that sort of lead here.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
I forgot it. The other part about Credit Corner, a front runner from the Custies emerged too when we saw Cam Scadaboo's ankle pointing the wrong way.
That was awful. Poor guy. That's awful. I don't see anybody get hurt, particularly like that. I'm not like the person who was at the Jays game screaming for people to throw at Ohtani.
That's true. Maybe they should have.
That
would be the better move at this point.
I certainly will admit I was amongst the people who joined in the "We don't need you" chant.
Yeah, it was a bad idea.
Probably.
Did you curse the entire series?
I wouldn't go that far, but anyway,
No,
it was a lot of credit. Thank you for that credit. I assume more credit will come as we go through the show and we talk about how once again the Patriots are winning and collect a little more credit on that.
But your credit is that they would win the division,
And they're still winning it.
well, they still have to play Buffalo.
Yeah, they do. Who they already beat.
So if they beat them once, they'll never lose to them again.
Say
Because
that.
you realize if they lose that game, then they're no longer winning the division.
Presuming Buffalo continues to win. Buffalo is in tough this week and an underdog this
We'll
week.
see how they go. Well, let's get to Thursday Night Football. Geoff, a game you skipped last week. You did not go to Thursday Night Football with your mighty Chargers, which turned out what I'm guessing would have been a much better game to go to than the one you went to.
I mean, I only regret not going is because I wanted the gear, the Navy gear. And not to bring it back to my nephew, but I promised him some Navy gear.
Oh, Jeffrey. Did you buy in some of that goldenrod gear?
No,
that
I
you were wearing
forbid to buy. I wouldn't participate in any of that, but they didn't have the Navy stuff out when I was there. And then obviously I changed my schedule around to go to the World Series. Ended up at Disney on the Thursday.
Did they not
with-
have any
with-
Quentin Johnson jerseys in navy blue? Is that why he got no pass receptions on Thursday night? Because like that seemed impossible in a game
Who
where the
gives a
chart.
shit about your fantasy team?
Well, I do. That's one person who cares.
Like, who cares? They scored 37 points. Like a guy who, I don't know, like average, below average,
I
average.
don't know why
receiver
you need
didn't
to get
catch
so
the ball.
salty and why you need to get so aggressive about it. I just
No,
asked
but
you.
I don't like that's who gives a shit.
People who roster Quentin Johnson in like
Okay,
99% of leagues. Like, I don't know. I'd say around about a few million people care. But no, you're right. Nobody cares. Go ahead.
No, but I just mean like, I don't know. Do you have like a poker story of a bad hand you want to tell me about too from the weekend?
Wow. Ouch. Jeff gets surly when he's tired.
No, I just mean like
When the
I don't
nanny
know.
doesn't show up, Jeff's off the rails.
No, exactly. Like, I mean, am I somebody at the Skydome you need to scream at before the game or something?
Oh, yes, we forgot about that. We did see you screaming at an usher before the game.
That's not true at all.
I believe there's video footage of it, Jeffrey.
I don't know what you like. I don't even know what you're talking about. I could have been calling out a friend. Like, there's no chance in the world.
Well,
Sounds
Like,
like
I just mean there's like literally no chance in the world
then
that
this-
I would do that. There's
Well,
like, what do you? Firstly, I know that the guy like served me like a dozen times this year.
it was a woman in a black shirt, and you were pointing at her and then pointing at the top of the row. We couldn't really hear what was going
Oh
on.
no, I was. You guys are nuts. The person of the father of who. My buddy took me to the game. His dad was below. As we were pointing to meet up over there. Get up. You guys.
no rival is actually Jeff's rival.
Yeah.
So this all tracks.
No, you guys. Come on. Like, listen. You guys can think I don't know what I know, but you know, I could behave a certain way here, and I go to
I,
nice
me?
dinners. I go to nice places. I go to nice clubs. I am.
Go to
Like,
the nicest
please-
club.
The best clubs.
The very best clubs.
The best clubs.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you know, nice supper clubs, nice golf clubs, nice ball clubs.
You don't
Yeah,
yell
there's
at people
just no
when you
way.
go to the Jewel of Jane and Finch. You don't yell at people in the restaurant. I understand that.
There's just no. Like, this is already off to like a 0.00% chance that I accosted an usher or one of the in-service staff. Like zero.
Well, we had a person who accosted the in-service staff sitting in front of us at the game.
That was quite a scene.
That's not how. No, like that's not even. It's literally not even in the range of outcomes for me. Full stop.
Baltimore at Miami. Lamar says that he is finally good, that he's going to play in week number 9, and now the Ravens are 7.5-point favorites in Miami. 50.5 is the total of this game. Big win for the Dolphins. Big win for the Jets because the Dolphins won too.
Sure.
So now you have like a loser gets the first pick match against the Titans.
New Orleans and the Titans still only have one win as well.
That's what I'm saying. But the Jets play the Titans and the Saints.
So yeah, look, it was a really nice win for the Dolphins. They played excellently, and Atlanta did what Atlanta often does in spots where they're big favorites. They gave the game away and played terribly. Kirk Cousins looked decrepit.
I don't understand what happened in that game, mainly because I fell asleep while watching it. But
Just Atlanta. Atlanta got shut out by Carolina a month ago. Like every now and then, they ain't got it.
It was really strange.
It happens.
I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted.
Particularly since it was your super lock.
Oh my God. Firstly, like, I love Gary, does a great job. I'm a fanboy of a team. Like Tim will know what I'm saying here. Even when you think you're drowning, it's just embarrassing to pick against your own team as a super lock. That's all. And then they'll actually win outright as a 7-point favorite, unless he's trying to reverse curse them. But I didn't think so. But no, I am like you accosting me at the start of this show as I am just trying to arrange a place to properly meet someone who's in even better seats than I am down in the greens to say, let's go around and meet in the lounge. No. That's that was uncalled for.
Will you be going to game 6, Jeffrey? Should it come to pass?
Everything is a game. I'll be at game 7. I don't
game
know.
Game 6 is Halloween night.
What?
Game 6 is Halloween night.
I don't care. My mother-in-law can hand out candy. I'll go to the game.
But
I'm not going to a game with them down 3-2. You can call me like a band. No, I don't need to be there for that. But I don't even want to be at a game 7 because I'll just, even where I'm sitting, like even in the seats I'm in, I sometimes just stare at the ground. I stare at the roof.
You stare at the ground. There's video of you staring at the ground.
That's what I mean. I just sometimes gotta. Well, I was looking for something, but sometimes I'll just.
And they got excited for a warning track fly ball.
Oh my God! Just another, you guys have the angle of the fucking hotel. You don't have a clue what I'm looking at. I worked in that fucking building for 3 summers. I know everything in that building, including what's coming and what's going.
Except for where your vape is.
Except for where my vape is, and I kind of got to be low pro because I don't, want to be like, yo, I dropped my vape. Like, I don't want to, not in this section, not around these people. But what was happening is anytime they hit a ball, like I'm pointing out, I am calling the ball to the outfielders. And I'm celebrating anytime the Blue Jays.
Addison, catch the ball. It's coming to you.
No, like I can of corn.
Don't let the shortstop call him off. No. Jeff is calling the outfielder on.
And anytime like the Blue Jay outfielder is getting under the ball, like I can see that he's tracked it. I am like jumping up and down before it's even caught because here's the fucking deal. There's 27 outs. Well, last night there was a lot more.
Last night there were 50.
Only one that
54.
matters is the next one. And at least for 7 innings, that was a tight back and forth game where everything mattered until it didn't. But no. I worked in that building for 3 summers. I take my lunch, taking batting practice, see Roy Halladay playing on the concourse with his boys. If Brandy and those 2 sons want to throw out the first pitch at game 6, I would think that's a respectable choice. That's how much I love that family. But yeah, no. That I'm there. I'm in that building too much.
Isn't it the case that you were in that game you were in that building mostly for the Argonauts though, right?
Yes, but we worked on the 3rd floor and I'm in there every day, 9 to 5. And what's happening in baseball season. So I'm like batting practice. Like I would literally go into a suite and watch batting practice.
So you were like Costanza out there just hitting the ball out and telling Jeter how to get it out?
It was, I will say, batting practice was very confusing because the Blue Jays and Dodgers wear the same colors.
That was the other thing. You couldn't tell how many Dodgers fans were at the game because the Blue Jays and Dodgers were like wear the same shade of royal blue. So like from a distance, you couldn't tell. Like if they're playing the Reds or the Cardinals, you'd have a sense of how many visitors were there.
And we had like storage rooms down on like the ground level, like floor level, and any excuse I had to like be down there. And the amount of like balls and bats that I have from my time there, and just elevator rides with Gibbons, and I'd call him Skip, like Skipper, like that's hey Skip, like I'm interacting with the manager of my ball club, like that's
crushing beers with John Gibbons in the elevator.
Tell him don't take any lip from Shea Hillebrand.
Yes, this was Gibbons 1.0. I wasn't working in the building for 2.0. So you've actually identified the era properly. Anyhow, I don't even know what to expect from this football game. I haven't really watched much football in 2 weeks.
Well, let's reset here. Baltimore at Miami. Miami is a 7.5-point dog at home. 50.5 is the total. The coin is riding with Lamar. Thinking Lamar's going to be back. Lamar is going to cover spreads, just like the hero, Tyler Huntley, in my face. I felt so good about my CLV on Sunday morning. Oh, Lamar's not playing? I got a free 4 points.
You had so much CLV was coming out of your pocket.
I know. Can't pay the bills with CLV, unfortunately.
I have a theory, and I think it stands very strong, which is that really bad teams don't play well twice in a row. And I think Miami is a really bad team. So for that reason, I'll take the Ravens.
I'm going to take the Ravens as well. I don't know if it's bad teams can't play well twice in a row. The Dolphins just tend to play better inside. Get them out of any sort of elements. Get them in the dome. They're usually a lot better.
Okay, they're not in a dome this week either.
That's why I'm taking.
But
the
they're
Ravens.
at home and the weather should be benign.
Yeah, but they haven't played well outside.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think the Ravens are going to play just fine here, and I don't expect the Dolphins to have it in them to play actually 3 good games in a row because they played really well 2 weeks ago even in a loss.
Oh, maybe they're back.
Yeah.
They're fighting for
I
Mike
hope
McDaniel job.
Look, there's no one who would like that more than me. Keep that man around. Keep him. That would be great.
Are you believing that the Ravens are going to stage this epic comeback and win this division, which is now weirdly completely wide open, Geoff?
Yeah, it's hard to trust Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's schedule seems like it's getting tougher. It's a short week, and one of these teams is hyper inferior, and one of these teams is getting their quarterback back. And the only question is sometimes with these like even the high end QBs coming back on off a hamstring, you'll get like like they won't hit their ceiling this week. But it just feels like the Ravens are just going to unleash Jackson right on us. Full stop. I'll ride with you guys.
Yeah, even if you get 50% Lamar here, it feels like he would have been more effective than the losers they were running at a quarterback.
Yeah.
And credit to Tim from Credit Corner, because even I am the Falcon Hardo here. There are times where you simply like cannot trust the Falcons.
No, look, I worked in that building for 3 years, and I know exactly what the Falcons are like, and I know everything that's going in and going out of that building in Atlanta. So,
you're the Falcon. You're the savant of the Falcons.
Yeah. No, I was there for but I was working for the high school team that plays out of there. But I still, I saw people in the elevator and called them Skip. So.
Well, the high school stats are not going to become relevant, as I've heard all week, until the Monday Night Football game. That's very important to the key capping of Monday Night Football this week is how people performed in high school. Did you know that?
I don't know what you're talking
Kyler
about.
Murray has never lost at AT&T Stadium, dating back to high school.
Who cares?
He's 2-0 as a pro.
Like we'll talk about it more in the next game, but like the Ravens didn't play well at all on Sunday, and it's because the Bears just landed flat on their face.
It's funny because they were pushing the pace for the first 20 minutes of that game.
Caleb played one of the worst games I've seen him play in a spot where they absolutely should have crushed, given the Falcons or the Ravens were playing their third string QB, but they didn't. The Ravens won, and now they get Lamar back, and they're in pretty decent shape here.
Also, good news for Geoff after the Chargers debuted those just piss poor jerseys at the game he was at. The Steelers were like, "We'll one up you here on Sunday Night Football."
Well, at least
and play with these fucking MLS jerseys.
At least they were attempting, and they've worn them in the past.
They've worn those ones.
Yeah, in '94 they wore those exact ones.
Those a couple times.
They're like their 1933 throwback. So at least they're attempting to do a throwback. The Chargers wearing their French's yellow mustard, uniforms was just a poor attempt at being monochrome.
The Pittsburgh jerseys looked like soccer jerseys.
Oh, they looked awful. They were terrible, but it was a different type of terrible.
Bears at Bengals is up next. The Bengals are now 2.5-point dogs at home after being 6.5-point favorites against the Jets last week. 52.5 is the total. The Bears, I like the Bears here. I shouldn't like the Bears here. Flacco's, it might be your boy Browning.
Well, that would change my opinion.
Flacco got hurt at the end of that game. We don't know if he can play right now with a shoulder injury.
That would change, and I'm not joking, that would actually significantly change my opinion. He's the Braden Little of the NFL.
Geoff is struggling over here.
I
Jeff,
suffered an injury too. It hurt to breathe. I did something like Springer, like Mayo. I don't know.
I was gonna say, were you swinging the bat at the same time the Springer was?
No, I
hurt your
probably
oblique?
slept. I slept awkwardly. I just been in such a horrible spot today.
Oh my goodness, you're falling apart here, Jeffrey.
Geoff took a week off. He needed another week off after the vacation.
Oh
that is a move, by the way.
Sometimes I won't even miss a show the whole year. So it
I know.
pains me to have missed anything.
Hey, listen, sometimes it happens. I thought Gary filled in nicely. People enjoyed last week's show. Different vibe.
Very different vibe.
Different vibe.
Gary wasn't telling us about all the various places that he used to work and didn't deny screaming at staff at the stadium. But
this is such horseshit. And you wonder why I fucking you drive. Is your Corolla ready for winter?
you know I don't have a Corolla. Okay,
Exactly. Oh, you don't?
You know that.
No, I'm pretty sure you did.
Stop it. You know that I don't.
We know that you do. It's parked out front.
Stop it.
That's a bounce back. I mean, the Bears are still 4-3.
No. What I know about
the Bears are a competent team, and
since Flacco got to the Bengals, the Bengals have been scoring in large quantities. Flacco starts, they're going to score probably 30 points. But I don't think Chicago can keep up with them.
What if it's a 70% Flacco?
Then they'll score 27 points, and I don't think Chicago can keep. This Bears team has, again, won all the games they've won this year in sort of kind of fluky fashion. And Caleb had a really important game last week, and he fell flat on his face. And I'm not backing them here. I think the wrong team is favored. I will take the Bengals, and I'm teasing them. And I'm teasing the Bengals up too.
You're teasing the Bengals up
For
which side?
I just think that for how bad the Bears have looked, this is the game where the new coach and Caleb drop some stuff and the temperature gets to come down for a little. Like, this is the spot for them to just look good.
Based on what though? Why is it? Okay, so I'll follow you. This is the game. Okay, why is this the game?
They gave up like 7 yards of play to Justin Fields last week. So Caleb and this coach are going to drop easy pitch and catch. Easy. Justin Fields stood in the pocket. Like, that's how bad it is. Trey Hendrickson's probably not going to play. So this is the game where Chicago gets to like go do their bag. And then like Caleb doesn't look horrible. And the temperature just calms down for a bit. But seeing the numbers of Justin Fields last week. Yeah, this coach, they're going to look good. They'll look fine. They'll create easy pitch and catch and they'll run up the score. I like the Bears a lot. You're credit corner Tim picks the team with the dumbest, worst defense in the league to go to the Super Bowl and the dumbest coach. Let's give Tim more credit and credit corner Tim.
Wow. All right. You're feisty, as the Joker said. I like that.
I will say.
Gary's not going to get unhinged, right?
No, he's not.
I think Garion is the most tired. He went to Rogers Center and stayed the entire 18 innings last night.
That's okay.
Oh,
I don't know. This could be my own Cust corner. I don't think. How do I say
Say
this
it.
nice?
Say it.
I don't like them. Like, I would never go into those stadiums for the watch parties.
Okay, neither would I.
Neither would I. But also,
we went to horrible.
But I get why people do it,
because they can't afford or aren't going to be able or don't want to spend the type of money it would cost to see the game in person.
Garion's been all over that building enough to like not need to go that. Like, I'm
with you. I would, if I'm going to watch the game on a screen, I would rather watch it warm and at home. Like, I'm with you. I wouldn't want to go to one of these watch parties either, but I can understand how like John or Jane Q Public, who is not going to spend an exorbitant amount of money to go to a World Series game, this is their opportunity to get in the ballpark and experience
And watch it with fans.
what they can experience and take in some sort of aspect of this World Series. So like, I get it, but I would not want to participate in it.
Yeah, I'm glad it's there. I mean, it basically sold out, didn't it?
No, yeah. Listen, it's an option. It's an offering. Doesn't mean I have to go. Obviously, I wasn't. Me and my friends threw our own gathering. It's just a thing you could do. It's a thing that I would never do. I guess that's all I was saying.
I don't disagree.
I would think about it if it was 15 years ago and I still like lived next to the stadium. It's like, oh, I can watch it here. I can watch it right next door.
Like, I don't know, but the second unless you like really brought in like a bottle of vodka, you'd be like, I don't want to go in there. I'll just like.
At least people wouldn't be standing up the whole game.
Oh my God.
One thing that we didn't appreciate is just the amount of nonstop standing that was taking place.
It was all the people in front. The three people in front of us caused our entire section to have to stand up the entire fucking
all
time.
the time. You could only sit in between innings. I did not like that part of it. I mean, you got used to it. It is what it is. But there was a lot of unnecessary. But I mean, I've made this point about concerts before too. Like, sit in your seat. You have a seat. Sit there. There should be only a handful of moments where you need to get up during a performance or a sporting event. Yeah, otherwise, sit in your seat.
2 strikes to end the inning.
Sure, there are instances where it makes sense, but like the first batter of an inning, there's no need for you to be standing up. There's just no need. Take your seat.
Those guys got
anyhow. The Bears have beaten the shit out of bad teams, or they beat bad teams. This is just a great spot for them. Bears Superlock consideration.
As I mentioned, they moved the ball pretty well for the first part of that game, but they couldn't cash anything home, and then they just went completely flat the rest of the game. Baltimore's defense the past 2 times out has looked a lot better. Like, even against the Rams, they looked pretty good.
They're getting people back.
They are, but like, if Cincinnati's not.
No.
They just gave up almost 40 points to the Jets.
Yeah, but they gave up 31 points to the Steelers. But they scored 33 and 30, whatever it was, 38. Like, they can score a lot of points. So you've got, if you're picking the Bears, and I respect the pick, like, it's fine. You got to believe that the Bears are going to be able to put up 30-plus points. Because if you don't think they can do that, you can't pick them. But if you do think they can, I can totally understand the pick.
Put it this way. You get a 50-50 shot of them scoring as many points or more than the Bengals in a shootout. And then you have the other side of the coin where Flacco's either not 100% or you get Jake Browning.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
those are options as a part of the bell curve here, too.
I'm only 30 games over 500. What do I know?
Is this what we're going to do now?
I'm only going to drop that one.
How? Okay. Set a line.
No. I was just going to drop that.
No.
No, because I'm not being sincere.
If you are going to speak like that,
I'm not.
If
I'm
you
just
are
having
going
fun.
to
I'm
speak
just
like
having
that,
a little fun.
I am 57 and 61.
No.
Give me odds for me to beat you this year.
No, I don't want to.
Give me odds.
I actually do think I'm going to crater.
Give me odds.
I don't want to because I do think I'm going to crater.
I don't want to hear it again. Give me odds and I will wager on you.
I'm really only going to say it the one time. So I've said it now. I've had my fill.
How many games am I back of him?
You're only 13.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
17.
Week. That's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's 1 week, Geoff.
Well, it's 2 weeks. That's like 2 weeks. You can catch me. That's nothing. This is week 9.
Got to have a 4-win week coming. No,
sooner or later.
Think so.
It's a 4-win week when there's like 6 teams on bye, isn't?
I don't think there's another 16 bye week. I think it's just 4s and 2s from here on out. I think I looked at that.
I don't remember. Pat, did you pick this or not?
Yeah, I picked Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
Minnesota.
We're going up against the guy who's 30 games above 500.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Just don't pick against him. Minnesota at Detroit.
I wouldn't. Okay.
Detroit by 8.5. With J.J. McCarthy presumably starting at quarterback. Although they said if J.J. McCarthy gets hurt, they're going to go with Broseph. They're not going to go out and get anyone else because Carson Wentz is dead. Apparently played like a game and a half, like a broken shoulder.
I mean, that's both crazy and I guess kind of noble. Yeah, I don't think it's enough points. I'll take Detroit.
Detroit at home. It feels like a nice rebound spot for Miami or for Minnesota.
No, why would the Lions be a good rebound spot?
Just because they are coming off getting waxed on a Thursday night game. That expectations couldn't be lower for
Lions
the Vikings.
Coming off a bye.
Lions off a bye?
Yeah, the Lions are coming off a bye. I don't know. I still think the Lions are the best team in football. So it's debatable because obviously they played the Chiefs a couple weeks ago and the Chiefs handled them. But I don't know. I just don't think that obviously the spread suggested too the Vikings aren't in their class, and I don't trust McCarthy, and I don't think this offense has any potency in it. Jefferson doesn't seem to have hasn't yet anyway turned on the Jets.
Keep talking.
Your highlight career is over, by the way, Geoff.
Your what?
Your highlight career is over if you can't get those injuries rehabbed.
Oh,
Oh my
and
goodness.
the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions are the play, and I'm teasing the Lions down.
Am I crazy to think? I don't even know if I played a teaser this year, but Lions Ravens teaser.
So this is what's worrying me about this week. The favorites went what? 12-1 last week, just like you?
Yeah, no.
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
No, the Bengals
Bengals.
and Atlanta.
Bengals and Atlanta both lost.
Both
So
lost,
they went 11-2 against the spread last week. The favorites.
I believe that's right.
And I believe the week before it was like 80% favorites won as well against the spread. It feels like just one of these weeks we're just getting socked.
I agree. I mean, sooner or later we're going to have a week where several big underdogs come in. But you never can see it coming is the thing. Like people might have thought it was coming last week and it didn't.
That's what I actually bet on
If
that
the
last
Vikings aren't healthier on their front line, it's going to be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, I'll say this. I don't even think you get the chart. Like, it's nice Chargers, nice bounce back. They off their most embarrassing effort in the Harbaugh era. They played hard and whatever. They didn't really screw up, but like they were playing against like a crash test dummy at quarterback. Like the game was by default.
You still got to win those games.
I agree, but if the Vikings line isn't healthy, then they're just shit out of luck. And there's always a pocket in every season, Pat. Like early, the Brian Flores defense comes out great. Though I'm sure there'll be a late season primetime game where they're flying. But there's always a pocket in the season where it's just, that Flores defense. And we're probably in it right now because they're on the field too much.
It's funny because I bring this up every year that the Flores defense always looks good for about 5 or 6 weeks. And then Jeff's right. There's a pocket of the year where
it's premised
they just get lit up every
It's premised on aggressive blitzing. And like when those blitzes can get home, they're an extremely difficult team to stop. But if you can pick up, or your running backs can pick up some blitzes, they are completely vulnerable. And the Lions are just too fast and they're too good. And unless Geoff plays poorly, like I don't think I think the spread's too short. It should be 10 points, but it's 8.5 because it's division, and I get it. But I think there's a touch of value on Detroit here.
I'm going to take a lot of the points this week. I'm going to take Minnesota here, Geoff. Are you going to take Detroit? I'm going to take Minnesota and pray some of the O-liners back.
Yeah, I'm going to chalk monkey Detroit here.
That's how you get to be 30 games over 500. Taking Detroit. Smart.
Tailing Tim.
It's just let Tim pick first and just take whatever he takes. That's the move now. For over a century, Johnnie Walker has shared its bold spirit with the game of golf. Now, crafted with Devereux Golf, Johnnie Walker introduces the Johnnie Walker Blue Label-inspired Sunday Golf Bag, elevating the game with sleek design, Blue Label hues, and refined gold accents. Celebrate your hole-in-one with a premium Sunday bag crafted by Devereux Golf. Submit proof of your achievement to johnniewalker.com/blue-in-1. Please drink responsibly. Carolina, Green Bay. Green Bay is a 12.5-point favorite. 44.5 is the total. Not looking good for Carolina, who's down 3-0 linemen. Lost 3-0 linemen against the Bills.
I don't know who's playing quarterback. I think both are bad answers.
Does it matter who's playing quarterback?
Well, Dalton looked so poor last week.
When does Bryce Young look good?
Well, they have 4 wins. Like Bryce Young has had a couple of moments where he's been okay. He played great in the Atlanta game, for example. Like he has moments.
He did not play great in the Atlanta game.
Anyway,
hold on one second. He did not play great in the Atlanta game.
Played respectably fine.
He played not disastrously.
Which, if you were going to give me a not disastrous quarterbacking performance, you could take the points here. But I'm not doing that. This is much like with that Indy game last week, where it's just like, I don't like laying this many points, but I just don't see how I can belly up to the bar of Carolina in this game. And they're on the road where they play even worse. And like, I'm still not super impressed with this Packers team, although they did win, put up 35 and played probably their best game of the season since week 1 last week, in my opinion. Yeah, I'll take the Packers. I don't have any particular strong feelings about it.
I don't have a strong feeling. I don't like 12.5 with Green Bay, though, Geoff.
I have just no feeling. I hate this for the Panthers. I mean, it's Dalton or an injured quarterback. Like, Jesus. Imagine having those options. Packers. I guess now I'm just blindly keeping the favorites. Shit. I
It's
don't
okay.
like this.
That's okay.
I'm going to go the other way. I'll take the Panthers plus 12.5. They seem to, when they were winning games, it was because Rico Dowdle was picking up 250 yards a game. They seem to be turning back to him a little bit here.
Look,
after they went to Chuba Hubbard last
The
week.
Packers can certainly sputter against teams. We've seen it this year.
And Jacobs, I don't know.
But
if he's
like the teams they sputtered against, Denver and Cleveland, have very good defenses.
Yeah.
I don't think Carolina's defense is in the same zip code. So
No, that would be pretty accurate.
So that's why I don't think that's why it's hard for me to pick Carolina in this spot.
I guess the way to look at it, and the run defense did not show up at all last week because James Cook absolutely gashed them.
Yeah, thank
But
goodness.
the run game for the Packers since Josh Jacobs popped up with his calf injury hasn't really been and he's splitting carries now.
Yeah, but they've got their receivers back, and it just bombs away.
They don't have all the receivers.
They've got basically everybody is up and running now.
No, Jaden Reed's out.
But outside of him, like you've got people playing good football.
Sure. I mean, Wicks missed last week. Listen, there's going to be a point in this game where there's just guys wide open down the field. It's whether Love connects on those or doesn't connect. And then we'll see how the Packers defense does. I mean, it should pressure whoever's playing quarterback, but you could send no pressure and they would be equally as bad. So maybe it's lost on the Panthers in that way. So I'll just take the Panthers and the points and hope that Dowdle just turns back into Dowdle from 2 weeks ago. How many points does Carolina have to score in this game to cover the 12.5? 17?
Took the words out of my mouth.
14.
But no, 17 is not enough because 31-17 doesn't get you there. So like, if you told me they're going to score 21 points, I would take Carolina.
All right, we'll see. Maybe Jalen Coker off the quad injury 3 weeks later can actually be good in this game.
The Packers play the Eagles in a big game next week, which I think is a playoff revenge game. If the Panthers don't show a threat to score, the Packers could just like wind the clock.
Yeah, you're right. And the back door is available.
And that's not the only game I'm going to say that about this week as pertains to a big number.
Well, there's a lot of big numbers this week. It's a direct
numbers.
reaction to all these favorites covering. And the weird thing is the favorites would have covered these big numbers too.
Yeah, it's not like these guys are covering just by the skins of their teeth. They're covering bigly.
In a game that happens somehow every single year, we were talking about this pre-show, Geoff. How do the Chargers and Titans play every year?
Does happen a lot. As you know, longtime listeners know, my college roommate is a Titans fan. He was actually at the game last night. I watched Game 7 at his house in San Diego versus the Mariners. He took that picture of Madison and Justin, sent it to me.
Is there a bucket of chicken on the line?
We play a lot. I don't know. That's just the crossover. The years that we're not supposed to play, our divisions match up, and then somehow when we're bad, we cross over. It's just been very strange. But your perception is accurate.
The Chargers are 10-point favorites in Tennessee. I'm inclined to take the Chargers because just not taking Tennessee is working out great for everyone.
It's not enough points. Why isn't this 14? Tennessee is actually the worst team in the NFL. They really are. Their one win was like flipping a coin 17 times in a row and landing on the heads to win. Yeah, mathematically it can happen, but like it's super unlikely, but yet it happened. This Tennessee team is absolute, and I really want them with that first pick if it's not us. It might even be better because
they won't take a quarterback.
They won't take a quarterback, and there's no other seems like stars enough for people to empty out the arsenal to go get the first pick for. So Tennessee having the first
trade up.
They don't need to. If Tennessee has the first pick, having the second pick,
trade out.
Having the second,
the Titans could trade out.
They could, but that would require another team willing to give them a huge haul. I don't know that.
Look what someone gave for a player they don't even use in Travis Hunter.
Yeah, granted. Although, they do use him, but they use him in a way that they're still trying to figure out how to use him. I'd pump the brakes a little bit on that. We'll get to that.
The coin is taking Tennessee.
I'm taking the Chargers here blindly, just because the Titans should be giving 14.
It should be 14 with every team, essentially, at this point.
Yeah. They're just dead. Like the Colts had that game in about 6 seconds.
Didn't even feel like the Colts played particularly well in that game.
No, but that, again, get to that. Are they off? No, we'll get to them this week.
Like they won the game against the Cardinals. The next closest game that they've played,
week one?
week 1 against the Broncos.
Yeah,
in a
which
weird
also
game.
took a fluke thing at the end to sort of like push that number. Anyway,
But
Titans team is bad.
yeah, the Raiders beat them 20-10.
Yeah, the Titans are really bad. The Chargers are a playoff caliber team. Like they're in the hunt for the AFC playoffs, and they should take them apart.
What do you think, Geoff? It's your team.
Yeah, they should win. I think that what I mentioned in the last game, if they can't score, like if Harbaugh's convinced by the middle of the third quarter, these guys just can't score, the Chargers will just like run out the clock. And
Yeah,
go
but even
home.
that even works against Tennessee. It's like, here, Jared Patterson, run 48 times. I'm like, okay.
We didn't talk about, because we didn't do a live show, but there was a play of the day we didn't talk about. The first time you and I have ever seen a fake flea flicker.
Oh, yeah.
It was the wildest thing.
I'm pretty sure it's because it got blown up.
Maybe.
It was Chase Brown.
Yeah.
So Chase Brown turns around to throw it back to Flacco, but the guys are like about to cream Flacco. So he just pulls it down and then runs for 20 yards.
Yeah, it was incredible. It's like, if that was a design, what a great design. If not, what a great play from Chase Brown, who looked really good in that game. Chase Brown was like a nightmare.
Play the Jets. Look good.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a couple of these circumstances. All right, so you're taking the Chargers, Geoff?
Yeah.
Bolt up.
And we are flying through. We're going to finish the show in an hour.
That's okay.
Get you guys to bed.
That's okay. No, we weren't going to bed. That's
I
the
got
problem.
another party to go to tonight.
I am just going to watch the game at home and go to sleep in the 7th inning. No one texts me what the score is. I'll watch the rest of it in the morning.
We're
Atlanta.
going to wake up at 4 a.m. and it'll still be going on.
Yeah, I don't
It
want
might
that
be
to happen.
over in the 7th inning anyway. So.
Yeah, could be.
Atlanta at New England.
Okay.
The Patriots are 5-point favorites, 45.5. I'm taking Atlanta.
Me too.
Oh, Atlanta's the last part of my tease.
Oh,
You're teasing them.
Alaba?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, like, again,
It's the Atlanta swerve, right? That's all it is.
It's Halloween, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You have to know which character is going to show up for Atlanta. When they're laying big points, you want nothing to do with them. When they're getting a decent amount of points against a top 5 team in the conference, take them.
The Patriots' run defense has been so good at limiting number 1 options. I'm curious to see what happens with Bijan.
You know,
I mean, just bet the Bijan
The world
over.
thought that Bijan was going to have a great game last week, and the Dolphins shut him down.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm always a little skeptical sometimes about, like, the individual. How will they do it? Like, if you're an awesome player, just play him. Who cares about the matchup? And if it's an awesome player against a bad team, I don't like him any more, any less. He's awesome. So, like, I don't worry about that on a 1-to-1 sample too much. Just take awesome guys and don't worry about it.
What about running backs against Carolina? Unless you're Breece Hall, you light them up.
Yeah. Breece Hall played great last week.
Also-
Trade him, please. Trade for him. He's good. Somebody, someone who needs a running back. I don't know who that.
Pacheco just got hurt.
Sure, if the Chiefs won him. I don't know. Some team that could use a running back. Come knocking, I guess.
That's an internet rumor today.
Well,
Great.
that's
All to the Chiefs.
That's because of the Pacheco injury. Although he's only expected to be out 2 to 6 weeks, I think. But
Take him.
coming off a broken knee and injuring your knee again is never good.
What's he worth? A 5th rounder?
Yeah,
4th rounder?
probably a 4th rounder.
I think if you're the Chiefs and you give up a 4th rounder, that seems fine, right?
I wouldn't even hate if the Chargers gave something like that for him.
Vidal's been good.
Yeah, Vidal has actually been a bit of a sensation.
You don't like Vidal?
Vidal's fine. I just think they I guess
better.
when's the kid supposed to be back? I
Like week 12, week 13?
a long time.
Like, I mean, it's not like they're hurting for a running back at the moment. Vidal seems like he can patch it together fine.
Yeah,
That
you're
is-
right. I don't want to trade a 4th round pick for a running back. Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's a round of Atlanta. Even the coin is on here.
And it could be it could be a Fienberg.
I'm
I'm not saying it won't be like 30. You talk about rematches and revenge. This is, of course, a great Super Bowl rematch. They haven't played many times since that Super Bowl, so not that anybody is still on either of those teams. But
My
I don't know.
handicap on this game is strictly just like the Atlanta pivot.
yeah, and the Patriots. I mean, I have been sort of captain of the ship. Of the Patriots are actually one of the very best teams in the NFL. But even I feel like there's some danger lurking here. And
I might say
the
something.
Patriots are going to
that's
be a very, very,
controversial.
very popular pick, and I think Atlanta has got to be the sharp side here.
It's not controversial to me, but it could be controversial to some of the audience. And don't worry,
the
Jared, you're
time
not
down.
going to have to hit any buttons.
Write the time down.
No, it's nothing like that.
Appreciate that.
Drake May is the only quarterback in the league that I believe is playing like head and shoulders better than Justin Herbert.
So in your power rankings, you have Drake May
No.
and Justin Herbert.
I would say like a lot. You could have other guys ahead of Herbert there. That's fine. But those other guys are not like playing head and shoulders better than him.
So by
To me,
definition, so
And maybe Dak too. Well, before last week.
let's okay. So let's push on this a little bit. Let's see where. So that if that's true, if what you're saying is true, then that Drake May is the MVP right now. He's your MVP because Justin Herbert's playing really good football. So if he's the only one playing head and shoulders better than Justin Herbert, then you believe that Drake May is the MVP.
I say that, I don't actually think Herbert like would get second place in MVP.
No. I agree, but Herbert is playing very well. Like he's
the fun thing about MVP right now, though, is what I would say is this is week 9.
Yeah.
Usually at week 9, we're down to like a 4-3 person cluster, maybe 2.
And it's a it's a 3-person cluster right now by the odds.
Where's Taylor at? Because I mean, even though
Taylor's not winning MVP,
he shouldn't win MVP. But
he's 18-1.
But if he continues to put up those types of numbers, like he's going to be in the 3rd or 4th spot in terms of odds, and he'll get a handful of like.
But I'm going to say something crazy. Like I still think there's a road, an unlikely pathway, but there's still like pathways. Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold. Like it just feels like there's lots of guys who can get fucking hot and just be a total part of it.
If the Colts go 15-2, Daniel Jones is going to win the MVP.
I highly disagree.
Well, I don't think they're going 15-2 either. But if they do,
if they go 16-1,
and Taylor will get the awards and the credit.
No,
Jeff is absolutely
it will be the Matt Ryan with the Falcons in 2017.
Okay, he doesn't have stats. Matt Ryan led the league in passing.
No, here's the main thing with Daniel Jones. We've seen this. It takes so much in sports. You have to almost be MVP worthy before you win MVP. You have to have a season that puts you in sort of a
class.
A class. You have to be anointed before you actually win it. And sometimes we see guys have better stats in their anointed year than the year the media actually gives it to them. But there is sometimes for MVP, it's like 95% that like you've been anointed before you actually win one.
I think I agree with that.
If the Colts end up going 15-2, 16-1, he's right. Steichen wins Coach of the Year. Taylor wins Offensive Player of the Year. That's the awards the Colts
and
get.
Jones would win Comeback Player of the Year.
You don't think there's any chance?
I don't think there's no chance. I mean, he's 16-1, but I think that the other guys would have to vomit all over if everyone else continues to play exactly how they're playing right now, he doesn't win.
Like
it might
he's
have
on
been
pace
your boy
to break
Ian,
Adrian
though,
Peterson,
Pat.
like all of Adrian Peterson's stats.
Ask Jeff, did LT win MVP? The year he scored 32 touchdowns?
No,
got 12
but Adrian
right now.
Peterson did the year.
He did,
that
yeah.
He had 2,100.
And they
rushing
just snuck into the playoffs too. They weren't
They
15-2.
did. Jared makes a point on that. Like
that was also
didn't win
16
it.
years
It's
ago.
like
Taylor would have to break the records.
And if he doesn't win it this year,
Cooper
I don't
Taylor
think
has
anybody
to
can
play
ever win.
better than the best quarterback, and that is in itself really freaking hard.
Yeah,
to
no,
do.
I'm not saying I would vote for him. I don't think he
I
should
don't think
be.
anyone's going to vote
But
for
if he
him.
were to put up like 37 rushing touchdowns,
We had this argument with Cooper Kupp like 3 years ago.
and Cup probably was the MVP of the
And
league. that
how
year.
many votes did he get? None?
He got a couple, I think. Look it up. I think he had a couple.
I think
That was
McCaffrey finished high in MVP voting 2 or 3 years ago whenever he had that monster
I'm not.
season.
Running backs have won it. They can win it. It's very hard for them to win it. They basically have to have an all-time statistical season in order to do
Cooper Kupp became just the 4th person in the Super Bowl era to win the triple crown of receiving for catches, yardage, and touchdowns. Sterling Sharp and Jerry Rice, he received 35 votes. Jonathan Taylor actually received 10 that year.
it. Yeah,
And Rodgers blew them all out of the water.
yeah. But I mean, fair enough. Cup was the most valuable player in football that year, but that's fair enough.
He did not win the award, so that's what we're talking about.
You're right.
I will say the case for Daniel Jones is Jonathan Taylor was excellent last year. This year, the Colts EPA difference is probably very heavy on Daniel Jones. I'm not saying he deserves it. I'm just saying I actually think he deserves more credit than he's probably getting in the triangle of who deserves credit in Indy.
It's actually unfair to him that people are predicting because of what Sam Darnold did last year. That everybody is so lazy in their analysis.
Yeah, but they don't
that
have to
go,
play Detroit. They'll go
No,
play Jacksonville or something.
No, but the point is that they're waiting for him to do what Sam Darnold did, which is.
Are you not?
I was, but now I'm not feeling
So
that
now
way.
you're in on the Colts.
We'll see. They have a couple of tough tests coming.
Well,
But
this is the Drake May case. I think the next 2 weeks really makes him a real contender or not. It's Falcons, Bucks the next 2 weeks. These are the first two semi-real teams.
He's going to have to play great when they play Buffalo again.
They do, but they also need to play well against these.
They do, but if they beat the Bills,
middle to upper tier NFC teams too.
if he plays like this and they beat the Bills,
Yeah, but if
through
they just
division,
go 0-2 in these next two games, then he's kind of like off the table because he doesn't have that margin for error that Mahomes' margin for error was the beginning of the year. He is the favorite. Like he's going to win MVP.
Well, I wouldn't say he's
if
going
the
to
Chiefs
win.
end up winning the West and they're like the 1 or 2 seed, he's going to win. He's playing awesome.
The Chiefs have 3 extremely difficult games, and I think they'll be lucky to go 2-1 in those 3 games.
If they go 1-2 and they still end up going 12-5. It's probably still Mahomes.
Someone asked me, just for a point of reference, I said I'd rather bet Justin Herbert to win MVP than the Chargers to win the West.
I don't agree because you have such a massive advantage in the divisional record right now.
I mean,
That's such a huge.
No, they're not
benefit.
even in first place. What do you
It doesn't matter. You're within
they
a game.
also have to pass some of these.
You're
teams.
within
They
you're
have
within a
capacity.
game and you win every tiebreak. And you have everything in front
I'm
of you.
just saying, I would rather what it would probably take with how good Denver is, and I think there's better value in betting Herbert MVP than the Chargers to win the division.
I don't agree.
I'm not saying either's happening. I'm saying I would take one over the other.
Looking at this entire list of who the most likely guys to win MVP are outside of like the Mahomes, Allen, and May, the big 3 right now, it's probably number 4 on the list at 12-1. It's just Stafford. Stafford's playing awesome.
Yeah.
And the Rams are awesome. So
Again, though, like Stafford, Love, there is like a pathway at week 9 for more guys to win MVP than I feel like at week 9 in years past. I'm not saying someone's going to outdo the top 3. I'm just saying the pathway to other guys feels like there are more guys who can stake a claim. It's open for lots of people, it feels
I
like.
agree.
yeah, you mentioned Darnold. I don't think Darnold has a chance because I think they fall into the Colts situation where JSN will get all the love and Mike McDonald will get all the love.
Fair.
Probably right.
Can he win
And
comeback
he's not
player
gonna
of the year again?
I don't think he's got nothing to come back from.
He came back from being let go from the team. They didn't believe in him, and now he's the comeback player of the year again.
And they look terrible.
They don't look good. And then Baker, the Baker MVP buzz died.
Yeah, I
but
mean, like
one heroic fourth quarter, and it starts right back up again.
he's right.
That's the
Like
thing.
they play the Patriots in a couple of weeks. If he like outduels Drake
Yeah.
May, he's right back on.
Sure. I think that hurts Drake May more than it helps Mayfield.
Maybe.
Okay, round of Atlanta in this game, so we do expect Atlanta to show up at least. Let's not forget, like Atlanta's D outside of last week has played excellent.
Yeah, Atlanta shows up, but then you usually can tell within about 20 minutes whether the Falcons are around. And you could tell on Sunday, oh, no show.
Niners at Giants.
Ugh.
You curse Scadaboo to death.
I didn't.
They're 2.5 point dogs. 48.5 is the total. It's an interesting game. I really want to take San Francisco.
I'm going to take San Francisco.
I feel like they're better.
Yeah.
But Dart's great.
Dart's
Imagine your team
fine.
had Dart instead of Fields.
I know. Well, Fields not that good either. But I know. I'm fine. The Giants, just all their talent is, their offensive talent is injured. They have some good players on the defense. The reason they lost last week was just that the Texans just got home over and over and over and over again. And Saleh is an excellent defensive coach. I don't think he's going to let that happen twice in a row. I think he's actually going to adjust. The Giants are not going to be able to do to them what the Texans did. And so in Saleh, we're going to trust here. We're going to take San Francisco.
Jeff, do you have a good feel either way here? Because I kind of want to take the Giants at home.
I have no feel other than I'll take San Francisco, but I got nothing on this one. I did watch I assure you I'm no film junkie, but something that intrigues me comes across my feed. And I watched a breakdown of the 49ers offense last week and just some embarrassing tactics by Kyle Shanahan. Having the center attempt to pull block out onto the edge on Will Anderson, having Juwan Jennings try to line up against Danielle Hunter. What is the guy doing? No one should be doing that ever. So yeah, just Kyle Shanahan maybe incredibly stubborn with some of the stuff he's been running against a team like that, but against the Giants, they also can present some of those front end issues. And if he tries to do that same sort of shit, then they're going to be in trouble again.
Well, I'll take the Giants and hopefully that happens. And Dart just runs headfirst into people and it works.
think the Niners are like a class above the Giants.
Yeah, but-
and the numbers is short. I actually do think that you are being baited to take San Francisco in this game. I do think the Giants are probably the sharp
baited,
side.
Tim, so you're
Yeah,
right.
no, I feel the same way. The Giants
This
have got
happened to me last week with
the
Houston.
Giants have got to be the sharp side, but I just can't pull the trigger on them.
Indy at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a
screen?
3-point dog at home. 50.5 is the over-under. Here's my question. On a neutral site, let's say the Super Bowl was today, and it was Green Bay and Indianapolis. What's the spread in that game?
Packers by 1.5.
Geoff?
Packers by 2.
Okay. So they were Green Bay was a 3-point favorite in Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football last week, and Indy is getting that exact same treatment this week. They are a 3-point favorite on the road in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. But they lost by 10. And they
True.
lost by 10 because they're nowhere nearly as good as their record suggests or their opponent. Indianapolis,
And
outside
their
of the
defense
Chiefs,
sucks.
outside of the Chiefs, and they'll get to play them in a couple of weeks. Indianapolis doesn't have any holes. As it stands.
We haven't seen their defense tested.
No, and that ain't happening this week.
Pittsburgh's offense has actually been pretty good.
Man Rodgers is not going to be the answer to that question.
They just signed MVS,
Okay.
a Rodgers favorite.
Like-
Speaking of a Rodgers favorite, Mercedes Lewis might go to Denver.
He's not retired.
He's 41 years young.
That guy was like joining Morency like 12 years ago. And no, I say that as like a compliment.
Yeah, he
like
played for the Jags in like 2010 when Garrard played for the.
David Gerard and Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm taking Indy here. This is one of my strongest.
I feel very
feels
strongly the same way. Give me the Colts.
Are we? See, I didn't go. I picked Green Bay last week. I didn't go hard on it. Rob went hard on Green Bay against Pittsburgh last week.
Wise.
Yeah, it's just I always just get weirded out by Pittsburgh voodoo magic.
It doesn't matter. They're not that good.
Yeah, but you know
They can do that against teams that are at their level or worse, and there's a lot of them. But Indianapolis is decisively better than they are.
But Pittsburgh has not only their Mike Tomlin magic, they have like crystals from Aaron Rodgers. Who knows? Like if the sun or the moon isn't in the right place, just might be a lot of problems.
Jonathan Taylor's going to eat their lunch.
Should eat them alive.
And I don't, unless Jones blows up, I don't think he's going to. This is not that game. The test games are coming for the Colts, where you really have to think long and hard about where you want to take them. But
Are they coming for the Colts?
Well, they play the Chiefs in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they get Falcons, Chiefs, Texans, Jags, Seahawks.
Oh, well, Falcons, Chiefs, Texans. That's one amazingly tough test. Texans game in division, that is a huge game, like a massive game. And the Falcons game, well, Atlanta's hard to predict.
So who are you taking, Geoff?
I'll take the Steelers because it just feels weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have an actual cap.
Maybe the weather would be bad.
That's also Jeff's motto with life. If it feels weird, do it.
Yeah, no cap. It's true. If we'll be into November now, so if it's getting colder, getting wetter, the Colts are a dome team. We'll see how they adjust to inclement weather when that comes. I don't know whether that's going to be the case this Sunday.
Isn't this game in Indy?
No, it's
No,
in
it's
Pittsburgh.
in Pittsburgh.
Jeez, I'm in problem.
You're in problem?
Yeah, I'm in problem.
Denver at Houston is the last game of the early slate. The Texans are favored by 1.5. Do I have that right? They're favored
That's what
by
I see.
1.5?
That's what I see on the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. 1.5. All lines are from coolbet.com. We're offering promos every single night of the World Series. If you're in Canada, outside of Ontario, use Coolbet. Get yourself a nice little bonus down in the description as well.
Sorry. I thought about having those an energy drink, but I didn't want the crash. But I probably should have had it.
I think these two teams are very similar teams.
I was going to say yes, but I actually trust Denver's offense more.
But I do trust the Texans quarterback more than I trust Nick.
You trust Stroud?
More than I trust Bo Nix.
Okay. I would spin this back around to say these are two of the best defenses in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But at that chart that I showed you before the show, I think leads me exactly where I want to be, is that Denver's pass protection is just off the charts good. It's not even close. They are the best pass protection team in the league, even against one of the most formidable pass rushes. You're going to get it from both sides here. What can the Texans do? Not block. Broncos can block. Give me the team that can block.
My concern is I don't know who's going to play. Yeah, that's just about what I was going to ask.
Don't know. We don't know if Nico's back. We don't know if Kirk is back.
Yeah.
But even when they were playing, they didn't do anything. Because they have no time to throw.
I like the Texans here. I think the Texans will be able to play much similarly to like 3.5 quarters that we got from the Eagles versus the Broncos. They can really bottle you up. And the Broncos and the Giants did for 3 quarters too, bottled them up. And then like the bottom fell out in both of those games. But the Texans have a better defense than both those teams and will actually hold up. I think it's going to be a super low scoring AC. It's 39.5. We don't usually talk over unders. I would play the under in this game. I think it's like 17-13.
See, I think
and I will take the Texans.
I think if you like the under, then I think that shades Denver, because Denver, despite the fact they look terrible for 40 minutes of every single game offensively, they get their points eventually. Yeah, every week they get there.
They beat Philly 18-17. Like that's the type of game I think we're going to see, a really low scoring sort of slog of a game. Yeah. Anyway, I just think I think the Texans will at home will slightly outmuscle them.
The Texans have the 4th best. Actually, that's not true. They have the 7th best point differential in the AFC, plus 50.
They can make the playoffs. I don't think they can win the division. It'd be hard for them to win. I mean, I suppose they could if they swept the Colts and the Colts stumbled a little bit. But the Texans could absolutely steal from the AFC West one of those 3 wild card spots.
Well, right now, that last AFC spot looks like
it's the Chargers right
now. No.
You have Denver and the Chiefs. You have Denver is the first wild card, or the Chiefs.
The Jags are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, it is actually the Chiefs are the 7th seed.
Yeah, so the Chiefs and Broncos I think are both going to make it. The Patriots and Bills I think are both going to make it, and the Colts are going to make it.
And one team from the AFC North.
And one team from the AFC North are going to make it. So at least one open spot.
And that's the Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs, Chargers. No, the Chiefs are there already. The Chargers, the Jags. The Bengals went on a run and got Burrow back.
Or if Pittsburgh wins some games and Baltimore makes a charge too.
Yeah, like so there's one open.
Chargers play Jacksonville and Pittsburgh, I think, in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so there's like one, I think, at the moment, unless a team really collapses, I think there's really one available AFC playoff spot.
So if the Texans lose this week, are they done?
No, they're not done because that would make them, 4-4?
They would be 3-5.
3-5. They're not done because I think
it would probably put them. I mean,
you probably need to get to 10 games. It's possible you could get in at 9-8, but I think you probably need to get to 10, which means you can have 7 losses. So I wouldn't put the Texans out to pasture.
Tim, if the Chargers beat the Titans, they're 6-3.
Yeah, it puts you in a great spot.
The Texans go Broncos, Jags.
I think you have the inside track for that last spot, Geoff.
Here's the problem with planning out. I mean, the Texans would really have to turn it around here, and they've looked piss poor.
Which they've been doing. They've been turning it around.
Sure. I don't trust their offense at all.
No, I understand that.
But Broncos, Jags, Bills, Colts, Chiefs, Cardinals, Chargers, Colts are still left on their schedule.
Yeah.
And they'd have to basically go 7-1.
Yeah, they'd have to win the division games and beat the Cardinals, and then they'd have a crack at it.
Denver has only played 1 division game, which is weird.
Yeah.
Well, the Chargers played them all at the beginning of the season.
But that also means that one game was against the Chargers, which means they have 2 more against Oakland. So those are some wins to be had.
So are you taking Denver or Houston here?
I'm going to take Houston. I've been quite bullish on Denver. And even though this isn't like a fun fantasy game, this would be my vote for big screen because I'm just fascinated by it.
If it were me and it's big screen,
I think Atlanta, New England.
Either Atlanta, New England, or Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, or where I would.
Yeah, Minnesota, Detroit could be fun for a little bit. I just like watching Detroit. I think they're a fun team to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And if Minnesota can make that game close, Chicago and Cincinnati, you'll be full of shenanigans.
So it's got to be CBS late. I'm assuming Chiefs Bills is CBS America's Game of the Week.
I would guess so, yeah.
Which would mean
one other 4 o'clock. How many 4 o'clock games are there?
I bet you the Brady game is Atlanta, New England.
Like, what's the sacrificial lamb game that we're talking about?
Jags, Raiders, and Saints, Rams.
Exactly.
But I'm trying to think where. Yeah, Brady would make sense to go Atlanta, New England. I think that's where I would. That's where I would.
Has
send
he
him.
Done any
Patriots games?
Yeah, I can't remember him doing any last year. I could be wrong though.
I don't remember.
Brady, that's a CBS game. Brady's probably going to Houston or Detroit.
Brady's doing? Yeah, he's going to Detroit. Minnesota, Detroit is the Brady game.
It's funny. I know we talk about now how CBS and Fox do indeed share rights, but like Fox basically never shows an AFC game late. CBS shows all these NFC games. You do not see Fox almost ever take AFC games or send their best guys to AFC games. It's almost all NFC, and it's CBS also taking good NFC games. Maybe because that's where almost all the big markets are in the NFC.
Well, and with the way that it's constituted right now, that you just get more competitive matchups in the NFC.
Usually, I understand that they do share now, but it's like it seems like it's only CBS poaching good games that would be Fox's, and almost never Fox poaching
Yeah,
good
because
CBS
Fox
games.
doesn't even want a good Fox doesn't even take a good AFC game when they can just show Eagles
Yes.
Giants.
No,
that's all they want to show.
So it doesn't surprise me
Cowboys-
that they want Vikings and Lions, right? That's where you'd send them.
Well, you were wrong this week. The Nance Romo game is not Chiefs Bills. Saints Rams.
Really?
No.
I was going to say, there's no way. Because that's the game everybody wants to watch.
That's the Jonathan Vilma game.
That game will do the highest ratings of any
The only
game
people
before
that would
Thanksgiving.
believe that would also believe you actually don't drive a Corolla.
Okay. You know what? Stop it. You know I don't. I don't know why you think that's funny to pretend I drive a car that I don't drive, but you know that I don't drive that. Okay. Well,
You're
sorry. We don't all drive around in our Bentley SUVs like you, Geoff, on our way to the bridal path.
Jeff?
I drive a Lincoln.
I know. I was in your Lincoln.
I thought it was a Jag. A Lincoln is what it was, Jared. Oh, yeah. Very nice car.
Nice.
It was actually a very nice car.
You get a treat on Sunday. You get the Ross Tucker Amanda Balionis game.
Great.
Don't sound so enthused.
Yeah. I mean, you could have Mark Schlereth.
So, yeah, there's some bad ones.
So Denver for me in the
Chris
coin.
Myers, that's the sign.
Well,
You were
Chris,
in a
Chris
bet-
Myers with Schlereth. That's Jags Raiders.
Wherever
later
Chris
on.
Myers is, there be dragons. It's not a good game if he's calling it.
Well, that brings us to the midway point of the show, which means it's time for a mini, not even probably a mini, an extended version of Cust Corner.
Corner, it's Cust Corner. Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. He's got the hottest takes with the highest stakes. He should be president of the United States, but it's Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. Cust Corner.
Okay. Well, before we get into the rankings, we've talked a lot about the World Series, but we haven't talked about, in some ways, the best part of being at the World Series. And Geoff, I think, will have similar feelings to me. The popcorn at the Sky Dome was so good. It was amazing. It was like movie theater popcorn, but then like even more of that flavor in this huge bucket. It was so delicious. What do you think, Jeffrey?
Listen, if you follow me on Twitter, good times or bad, like when the season's not going well, like I take 15 games from my buddy, and I do so on the premise that I just will go and I'll eat a bucket of popcorn and leave in the 6th inning if I have to. I've done that plenty on date nights with my wife. I love baseball. It is my first love, even when, it's one of those things, even when the Jays are bad, you just can go to the park, see some nice pro ball, and shovel in that Sky Dome popcorn. That's
So good.
That's what I do. I go to the same guy every time and get my bucket. And it was nice to see they had the playoff buckets, Tim. Hope you got one.
I didn't bring it with me because
You had a bit too much swag.
I had stuff, and I would have carry it and wash it out, and anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Was it
I'll
worth
be honest.
Yeah.
And I know firsthand, they accidentally ordered way too many Pride buckets a couple years ago. So we had those for like way too long. I'm not making a joke. That was a real thing. Yeah, but I got all the buckets. I'm always grabbing a bucket, and it's free refills with the buckets. And
It's free refills. I didn't know that.
Between the two of us, we didn't finish it. So.
I finished it.
Oh, you did you?
I finished.
Okay, well.
But yeah, the popcorn is just it's just delicious.
Oh,
That's
it's
the
so good.
ballpark.
Was it worth going to game one?
Oh my goodness.
It was
yes.
worth, to get you out of your comfort
It
zone.
It was. It was a party.
You were 24 hours in Toronto,
not even
in
that,
and out.
Not even that. It was. It was worth every moment of it.
I'm sorry.
Although it happened again on the plane,
that
where
you fell asleep and pretended like you didn't fall asleep.
No, well, thankfully you had pre-ordered my meal for me.
Yes.
But like the meal they were otherwise offering was the exact meal they were serving in the lounge. It was butter chicken in the lounge, and it was butter chicken for the flight. Like this is now the second. Like maybe they actually go to the lounge and get the food from there for the flight.
Oh, I mean, that's possible.
I think maybe that's got to be what's happening.
that would
'Cause
actually
now
make a ton of sense.
Now that it's happened to me twice, I feel like that's not coincidence. Like that's actually the logic here.
You and your business class seats.
It was indeed nice.
Was it easier to sleep? I guess you fell asleep no problem on the economy flight on the way up. I walked back to the bathroom, Jeff, and the guy sitting next to Tim is like hunched over asleep like this, and Tim is just like this, head back.
Sleeping like you.
What's that?
Sleeping like you.
Sleeping like me.
Yeah. I mean, I was asleep before the plane took off, and I woke up and the plane had already landed.
I used to be able to fly like that. I can't do it anymore. I don't know what happened.
It was impressive. No, on the way back, I had a cat nap on the way back, but I didn't like sleep the whole time.
Lot of
How
leg room.
long after the game, from the minute you walked out of the stadium, how long till you were under your covers?
What did it take us? A half hour to walk back?
So yeah, 35 minutes, I would say, till you were asleep.
And it's funny, the room I was
I
staying
had
in.
the under 30 and a half, so I'll take the elevator.
So-
Yeah, but we had to walk back up to Dundas Square. That's where we were staying.
Yes.
That took a while.
And like wend our way through a sea of humanity. And like, you remember how quiet and peaceful it was, Jeff, Saturday morning downtown before the live show? The exact opposite was the case leaving the Sky Dome on Friday night, where like people were leaning out of their cars and beeping the horn.
There was two guys filming TikTok videos in the middle of traffic, throwing frisbees across.
There were
traffic.
people throwing frisbees across traffic. People who had their cars just pulled out of some parking lot, like halfway, like blocking the intersection, and then beeping their horn at the cars that couldn't move. Like it was pandemonium. But yeah, where we stayed, the room I was in didn't have a window, so it was like pitch black in there. And I laid down to sleep right around probably 1 o'clock or short of 1 o'clock, and I woke up and thought it was like 2 hours later. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, how is this possible? So I had a good sleep. I was tuckered.
It sounds like you need to have a dark room.
I mean, I suppose it's a good idea if you need like long periods of sleep, but so yeah, but 35 minutes and I was out, Jeff.
We sat next to Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys at the game, Jeff.
That's a hoot there.
That's
Yeah, a lot of
that's the reason I
Canadian-
was on TV during the game, because I was 2 seats down from him.
Way to go, Custy, baby.
And the people in front of you were not. There's the people in front of me kept standing up, and they were causing everyone to stand up, except for the 2 people sitting next to them who couldn't have been less interested to be at a baseball game.
The least interested people I'd ever seen at a ball game.
I gotta think that she was like some sort of TikTok influencer.
I don't-
All she did was take photos of herself the entire game while her boyfriend just scrolled TikTok.
She had something though, and I mean, I'm sure you've tried this before, Jeff. It looked really good. The
No.
ice cream sundae in the Blue Jays helmet.
Like, yeah, sure, my kids.
Is that any
get it.
good, or is it just like regular soft serve in a
It's
helmet?
just soft serve in
Okay.
a helmet.
Okay, well, I'm just asking. It looked good, but I don't know.
My wife will just try all the stuff. I'll eat like before or after the game. I only need to eat popcorn there. I don't care for any of the other stuff. Even
peanuts
like
were
the
good. I
loo-
forgot, like, when you eat the
I'll go to a
peanuts,
lot of
you just
games
throw
on
them on the
Tuesdays.
floor.
I won't eat those loony hot dogs. Like, I'll eat one on the first Tuesday game I'll go to remind myself how rancid they are, and then I won't eat another one the rest of the year.
Oh, Jared is offended.
What's wrong with the hot dogs?
The loony ones.
Yeah, what's wrong with them? I scarfed down a handful of those last time I was there.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, this is what
People
it is.
sitting in Jeff's seats who know the ins and outs of that park and know where the hot dogs are coming from and know everything, they wouldn't be caught dead eating those hot dogs.
No, they're fine for a loony. That's what they are.
You just said they were rancid.
Yeah,
is what you
listen, I eat one. I remember how gross they are, and then it's like, okay, I've wet my palate. I'm not doing that again this year.
Well, we were in kind of a mad dash. We were able to check into our Airbnb that we were staying at. So then I booked us a table at Barbarians. Like, hey, let's go.
Nice.
We stayed right next to it. I was like, this will be great. And then we decided to like punt on that. So we started like bar hopping our way down
Yeah.
to the Rogers Center. So we popped into like some like English pub,
It was nice.
saw some soccer.
And then we had street meat, which
Yes.
I'd never had before.
Yeah,
but it
Cust
was
had never
really
had
good.
street meat. So I was like, instead of going to Barbarians, let's do some street meat with Cust. He was all in.
It was
Dude,
really
that's
good.
elite. Yeah, you've never had like a street dog before?
No, it was a sausage, and the way they cut it was so interesting. They sort of
Incredible,
made
right?
it like a diamond shape all the way down to like really spread it out. It did a great job as like a recipient for the condiments. It was quite delicious.
It was good.
Is it
Yeah.
a Polish sausage?
I don't think so,
Yes,
but it
was.
could have been. I don't
It was
know.
a Polish sausage.
But it was from the best hot dog cart in Toronto or whatever it was called. So I was in.
Oh, and it was good advertising on their part.
It was really tasty.
It was good. I mean, street meat, you know what you're getting.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was getting, but I was certainly happy to have it.
When I
Anything-
worked at the Dome, I would sometimes just get that for lunch. That was pre-inflation.
And then I had to send you off.
Yes, you
And
did.
then I ended up, I was in rough shape that day.
I'm sure you were.
So I went to I walked down to Rogers Center again because I got the hotel room there that night, which turned out to be a whole fiasco. I was like, yeah, let's get my friend said like, hey, I have an in on this hotel room. We can all split it. It'll be great. It's like, okay, we can have a maximum of 8 people in the room, so we can split this room 8 ways. But then we told 12 people to come. It's like, yeah, we'll get like an extra 4 people in without like security noticing. And then we get the room. They're like, yeah, you can have a max of 4 people in here.
Ooh.
We're like, uh-oh.
Ooh.
And they had like bracelets to give out
Oh,
to
dear.
the people. We ended up working it out. We just told everyone to come early, and the security guard stopped me. He's like, hey, where's that guy's bracelet? I was like, oh, he's just coming for a beer before the game. Don't worry about it. He's like, okay. So we ended up with the 12 people in the room. That was the move, though, Geoff. Instead of buying the 500 level $2,000 ticket, was if you could get your hands on one of these hotel rooms and divvy it up that way. That was the move. And you can eat and drink and do whatever in the hotel room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely have fun with a group of friends in that hotel room. I don't doubt that for a second.
So that was a great time. And I met up with Geoff.
I heard, yeah. And we met up with Garion.
Yeah, we saw Garion the night before. We went bar hopping around to see Garion before the game. But I went to my old gym to go to the, there's a steam room there. There's a steam room and a cold room.
Okay.
The cold room is great.
On the way to see Jeff, or to see Garion, we met some random person who knew the show.
Yeah, saw you. You got recognized far more than I did.
We got recognized twice. Once by that person.
Oh, no, actually, as I was walking up the road to get more beer at the game, there was 3 separate people who were fans of the show.
Oh,
who were just sitting there. And then I ran to Jeff's friend in the concourse.
Yeah, that was excellent. And the fellow who came down to see us, who worked for the Blue Jays, who actually worked in the stadium, came to see us and was very excited about the Utah golf tournament.
That's true. Then he did say that the moment that we met you, Mac Meisner blew up.
I don't know what to
And
say.
now the Jays can't win if you're not there.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, people need to go fund me you out to LA here.
No.
After this game, you got to.
That's all I got in me. No, I that's all I got in me.
You know, one of the great perks of working at the stadium was your ID card would get you like 20% off food, off concessions. It was great.
How much swag did you end up buying?
A few things. There was the shops were much busier than I thought they were going to be.
You didn't think for game 1 of the World Series they would be busy.
They were busy, but the people who sat next to us missed the 6th inning because they were in line at the shop.
They were gone for 4 innings.
I know, it was wild. I was like, I understand wanting to get the stuff. I wanted stuff too, but the game is here. It's what you came for, right? So
and they missed the most fun inning
possible. And one of the most fun innings in Blue Jays history.
What do you got there, Geoff?
I got a sweatshirt. I got a sweatshirt and a hat. So that's what I got. That was my gear.
Nice. I didn't get any gear.
I like that. I like that sweater, Jeff.
Not one for gear.
That's fine.
Commemorate. Yeah,
Exactly.
a lot of the other stuff will get after the fact. But
Like
yeah,
the
the
like
merch
that
lines
President's Cup
were
you never got.
lines were insane. Even in the smaller VIP merch shop, everything was gone. I couldn't get anything for my kid. Anything with the World Series logo was gone.
Yeah, I got this hat with the World Series logo on it. Never side it's on. But it was a battle to get it.
That's a beaut.
It's lucky that I have a freakishly large head, and so I was able to purchase one that fit me.
So you're saying I would have had a lot of problems?
I'm not.
So the kids' hats would have been gone?
I'm saying that having an extra large head finally paid dividends.
Okay. Anything else from your time at the game, Geoff?
No, it was just cool, fun.
Was that your first World Series?
No, I was
wasn't.
at
Okay.
my record's at 1-2 in the World Series, Tim. I was at game 3 in 92, game 2 in 93, and game 2 this year, where I guess I'm 0-2 in game 2s.
Were you at the triple play game?
Pardon?
Were you at the triple play game?
Yes. The triple play game, Juan Guzman started, or the no triple play. Yeah, that is my memory of the night. Walking in with my dad and that. And then I saw Terry Mulholland outduel Dave Stewart as the Phillies beat the Blue Jays in Game 2 of '93, and then I certainly saw a masterclass in pitching last weekend. So
This-
we'll see.
It's funny. This World Series is actually shaping up to be a lot like the '93 World Series.
Yeah, I mean, last night was our version of the 15 to 14 game.
Yeah,
like
just
that
kept
wild
going
game.
and going and going and going.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
but it means that we got to win tonight.
Well, it was fun.
It was. Oh, look, it was a blast. It was a once in a lifetime thing. Like you know, when I'm 85 years old, assuming that I still have my mind, like these are memories that I will not forget.
That was sort of what I tried to get any of my buddies, at least the ones who I knew like could afford it, to be like, you know, in 20 years, you're really gonna miss that money.
That's
Like, are you gonna miss that money? Like if someone I knew like I wouldn't have taken the same approach, but like you're gonna have that memory and you're gonna like wish you like spent X when you're just sitting on your money.
If you
That's
love
all.
sports, the World Series is one of the crown jewel events.
and this coming from two people who declined to go to the Super Bowl when we were already there just to get out of town.
Correct. We covered the Super Bowl. We didn't actually go to the Super
We're
Bowl.
like, fuck this, let's get out of here.
But to go to the World Series is like one of those things.
Yeah,
It's like
Jeff said it exactly right. Like, I'm not gonna. I mean, hopefully, I'm not thinking in 25 years from now. It's like, man, I really wish I had that money back.
There's a- yeah.
I'm glad I have this memory. Like, well, what am I going to spend my money on? This is what I want to spend my money on.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, the World Series comes around in a place like that once or twice in a lifetime, and so to have been there and been there for the first game and all the pageantry beforehand and the anthems, and they played great and they had that massive inning, I'll never forget it.
And you love that. You probably loved like you ate up like the introductions and all that.
Oh, it was great, and where we were, like you had a pretty good sightline of the Blue Jays introductions, and like it was great. It was just it was perfect. It was perfect.
Did you score the game, Tim?
I did not score the game because I couldn't get a program.
Fair.
But in a normal game, I would have scored it, but it wasn't.
It would have been
happening.
hard to score because you would have had to stand the whole time.
That would have also been a challenge. But anyway,
The people beside me were not thrilled with having to stand up so much.
I'm sure. Like, it's just it was too much. It was too much, and now I'm maybe that's what it's always like down in those sorts of spots, but I didn't anticipate it.
Did you feel like you were standing up a lot, Jeff?
I try not to. Where I no.
Did you find it
Depends.
hard?
Like on two strikes or stuff, or the people in front, or it's like one of those moments. Yes, but Tim, no, it's not like that. As someone that was at game 2, game 22, game 45, game 85, game 101. No, there's not standing at at many Jays games.
I think people were just jazzed it was game one.
I get it. No, I totally. I got it.
Like I said, it was really just 3 people that were the culprits with this. The people in front of them weren't standing up.
No, that's true.
They weren't being no one forced them to stand
No.
up.
But what a moment.
Did you find it hard to get your vape rips off? Because I was hitting some vapes during the game.
No, as long as I could find my, this wasn't hard, but yeah, no, it was great scenes. Even in the game, the first game I was at, I don't know if I've spoken to you guys. I was at the first game of the playoffs versus the Yankees, and a guy just lit a cigarette in the washroom. And he goes, if we're going to win like 93, we better start fucking acting like it. And I'm like, you are the man. So vibes have been high, like for the whole playoffs. And, for as bad of a rep, and deservedly so, as like in the stadium Leaf fans get, Raptor fans and Jays fans are great. Like, they're great.
Yeah, I know. I went to a bunch of games during the Raptors run when they won. I went to one of the finals games, and it was fantastic.
I have great respect for the people who work at the stadium who took down the MLB network desk in front of us in about 12 seconds.
Oh, yeah, it was like a pit crew.
It was incredible how efficient they were getting that big TV desk down and off the field. I was like, wow, that's something.
I mean, it's built to take down.
No, I understand that, but like to watch the celerity with which they were moving was very impressive.
Well, it is Halloween week. Was it last year that Halloween was on a Tuesday night? Because I remember there was one year
not
where
last
we had
year.
to record the show a day early because we had to go bring our kids trick or treating.
Well, last year it was a
before.
Thursday night, and the Jets beat the Texans on Halloween night.
And you didn't watch.
I was back to watching it though.
Oh. Well,
They won all their games on Thursday pretty much last year.
somehow we always just end up rehashing your list of best Halloween candies with raisins at the top every year. We're not doing that this year. People can go and search out your list of best Halloween candies. We've never done Halloween movies,
Okay.
which is really weird.
Yeah, I'm
Because we always
surprised
do
you
the
haven't.
Christmas movies on the Christmas show. But Halloween movies, you have made a list of
I have.
the best Halloween movies.
I have. Now, you and I don't completely agree with the criteria, what constitutes a Halloween movie, but I don't care because it's my list. So I'm listing the movies that I think count. And how would you like me to roll it out? Top to bottom, bottom to top? What would you like?
It's your list. Do what you want.
All right. Well, then let's start at not the absolute bottom. I'll save DFL for last. But let's say the bottom tier, I have Ghostbusters, Sleepy Hollow, and Drag Me to Hell.
Hold on. So, question. When you say that these aren't Halloween movies.
They're scary movies, or they have
No,
elements
all
of-
horror movies aren't Halloween
or
movies.
they have elements of things that are Halloween-y in them.
What does Drag Me to Hell have?
Hell and like curses and like it's scary.
So is this show a Halloween show?
Well, technically yes, because we're doing Halloween.
No, like every show that
No.
we do that you're on, is that a
I
Halloween
consider
show?
Drag Me to Hell.
It's not a Halloween movie.
Again, I prefaced this with you and I don't
okay.
agree.
No, I
with
thought
what
this was more like
constitutes.
is a Die Hard a Christmas movie because it's not really about Christmas, but takes place at Christmas. You're just picking random movies.
I only have a couple of them like this, but nevertheless, they're on my list, and so I whatever. There's a gap. Then now this is the controversial one. Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. That's the only one of those movies I actually like. 'Cause I saw it like 12 times.
Why did
I rented it from like Blockbuster once and watched it like 10 times over and over and over again. So I really liked part 8 of Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street, which isn't actually that scary when you rewatch it now, but it's like, it's nostalgia. I have Get Out in there. I think that counts as a Halloween movie.
Why would that be a Halloween
Because it's
movie?
scary. And
This is a
then
real disingenuous list.
no, it's not. It's like these are movies that I would watch
You're
around
just like,
Halloween.
hey, these are movies that I like.
And then I have Halloween.
My little cousin, when he was like 6, watched Jurassic Park with us. Is that a Halloween movie? 'Cause
No,
he
It was
was
scary for him.
No.
Dinosaurs are scary.
No. Then there's a gap. Then I have
But
the
I
Charlie.
don't understand. If it's scary, then it's Halloween. Like what?
If I thought Jurassic Park was scary enough, it would make the list.
So what I'm guessing is that you didn't see Jurassic Park when you were 7 then.
I did not. I saw it
Because you would
later.
have been terrified of dinosaurs. You'd probably be terrified of it now. You don't.
If a real dinosaur showed up, yeah, I would
no,
be
if you just
terrified.
watched the movie.
I've seen the movie several times, but not when not when it immediately came out. Then I have the Charlie Brown Halloween movie. I love that movie. That's fantastic. Then I have Carrie, which I think is a Halloween movie.
It's not, but it's considering it takes place on prom night. It's definitely not a Halloween movie.
I still think it's a Halloween movie. Then I have Rosemary's Baby. Then I have
this wasn't one of the best horror movies
These
of
are
all time.
again. You and I don't agree.
This isn't even a fucking conversation. You're just listing horror movies.
Then I have
Okay, so
The
it's
Shining, which
movies
I think
to
counts.
watch around
The Shining.
Halloween. Then
which The Simpsons parodied in a Halloween special. So it obviously has Halloween aspects to it. But there is no doubt that number 1 is Ernest Scared Stupid.
At least that one takes place at Halloween.
That is the scariest movie of all
So
time.
Halloween doesn't make the list.
It did make the list. Halloween made the list just before the last gap.
What about Hocus Pocus?
That is DFL.
Really?
That movie.
You seem like
is-
someone who would love to have Bette Midler beats pal.
That movie and the second part of that, of the sequel to that movie, are so bad. Every part of those movies are cringe. They're not interesting. They're overplayed. I can't stand them. Can't stand those movies. They're DFL. What major Halloween movie? Like, you don't think Rosemary's Baby is scary?
That's not the point of this. This is what are the best
I think-
Halloween movies?
I
Not
think-
one of the scariest fucking movies.
The Shining, I think, has a really good case.
For not taking place at Halloween, you're absolutely right.
Well,
because
but
it doesn't.
again, there's a Halloween spin-off of it on The Simpsons. So it makes its way into the Halloween
You
credentials.
just did
there.
no effort on this list
No,
whatsoever.
I actually did. These are the movies that at Halloween. These are the movies that I would watch.
The question wasn't what movies do you want to watch
but
at Halloween.
I think they're Halloween movies.
They're not Halloween movies.
I
They
think
are
they-
objectively not Halloween movies.
According to
In the
your
movie
criteria.
Hardly Wait with Jennifer Love Hewitt, they went to a Halloween party.
No, they went to a prom party at that one.
Oh,
Great flick.
Question.
Who? Hey,
Is-
a man. Duh. Who's gonna love you now? Somebody. Somebody? More like nobody. Movie's great. I want to watch. I think that should be number 1 Halloween movie. That's what I want to watch at Halloween this year. Can't hardly wait. Number 1 Halloween movie.
Fine, you can have your list. I decided, and we fought about this a week ago, so you know this
We
is
did.
my
I just
position.
said pick movies that take place that are actual Halloween
I
movies.
think these all count as Halloween
They
movies because they're
don't. They-
scary, and they're therefore movies that I consider to be Halloween movies.
Where's Nightmare Before Christmas?
I don't like that.
That's what I thought we were going to have the. That's
Like
what
that
I
to me
thought
is
you were going to put that in because is
that's
that
a
a
Chri-
Christmas
that's a
movie?
Christmas-
Is that a Halloween
That's
movie?
a Christmas movie. It
It
has
takes
the
place
word,
in Halloween
but it has
land.
the word.
I mean, I don't think it's a Halloween movie, but it has more to do with Halloween
It's got-
than 90% of the
It's
movies you
got
pick.
Christmas in the title.
But Jack Skeleton, he lives in
What about
Halloween
Blair
land.
Witch?
Blair Witch is not a Halloween movie. And
Why not? It's fucking scary.
No, it's not. I saw that in the theaters, actually.
Really?
And it was not scary. It was dumb. I remember leaving that movie. We went to go see it in part with my uncle when I was young because the idea was this is like the scary, and it came out like in the summer. Like, oh, this is a super scary movie. And like we left that movie and was
So
like,
is Aliens a Halloween movie?
well, Alien, I suppose, could be. Aliens is bad, so I wouldn't even want
You don't like Aliens?
You know that I think that
Oh,
Alien is better than Aliens. I think Ridley Scott is a better director than James Cameron. I think his version is better than James Cameron's version.
I mean, they're two different movies.
Yeah, one is good and one isn't.
Well, at least you
Not
saved
liking
us
Aliens is
ranking
a
raisins.
No,
wild
I don't
take.
like Aliens.
Like,
I don't like.
here's a list of movies that aren't Halloween movies that I like for this list, and Aliens is bad. These are bad takes.
Aliens
What about
is
a
bad.
California Raisins movie?
I mean, the only one I can think of that wasn't Halloween themed.
Like the other Halloween movies that I was thinking of that are like borderline with this stuff because they take place at like E.T. takes place at Halloween.
Does it take place at Halloween?
Yes, but E.T. is not as good as fucking whatever you had on there.
Oh,
No,
they
it isn't.
dressed him up
Donnie
as Trick or
Donnie Darko
Treating.
is a Halloween movie.
I like Donnie Darko.
Well, not enough to put it on your fucking list,
You
do
don't,
you?
but you don't like Donnie Darko.
I don't, but it's a Halloween movie. Like it should be in consideration for
Why
Halloween
isn't
movies.
Jaws on your list?
Well, because I don't know. To me, that's purely a summer movie.
There's 3 movies that I wanted to bring up.
One second. I can't remember if Devil's Rejects takes place on Halloween, but House of a Thousand Corpses does. And I like those.
Like I
Those
told, I
movies.
asked you if I could put Hostel on the list, and you said no.
Because it's not a Halloween movie.
It's scary though.
It's not scary. It's more gross than scary.
You-
Like when you see someone's Achilles tendon get cut. Spoiler.
Yeah,
It's
What about Human Centipede?
great flick.
The less said about
Feed him.
the less said about that movie, the better. Talk about a point where like pop culture really hit its rock bottom. That film. Oh my goodness.
Sleepy Hollow.
I mentioned Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, did you?
It's on the list. That's a good
Once
one.
you just started naming movies that weren't Halloween movies, I kind of tuned.
I
out.
like Sleepy Hollow.
Jared, what were your 3 movies?
I just looked them up. Best Halloween movies. Beetlejuice?
Eh.
As in not a Halloween movie? Or
No,
don't
I
like it?
guess it is, but like, I don't feel strongly about it.
Okay.
Really?
Halloween Town?
I don't know.
I don't
that
know what
one.
Halloween Town is.
Fair enough. Very popular.
I thought about
with the
Abraham
youths,
Lincoln
I guess.
Vampire Hunters because vampires are Halloweeny.
And Eddie
Are
Murphy's Haunted
vampires
Mansion.
Halloween? Are they? I don't really associate.
You don't associate vampires with Halloween.
No, more skeletons. Skeletons for Halloween and jack-o'-lanterns.
I mean, those things are also
Vampires are
Halloween.
just kind of like, listen, vampires get you all year
like
round.
Nosferatu could have been on the list.
Could it?
The new Nosferatu.
I didn't see it. Did it take place at Halloween?
Well, I mean, it's super scary. Like, it's like a gremlin. People are being raised.
You should go home and watch Devil's Rejects. And then it would
I don't
move-
think I've seen that.
Yeah,
film.
Gary, it would be number 1 on your list.
More than Ernest?
Yes. I mean, Ernest was terrifying as a
It
child.
still is. They never have it on TV anymore, but it used to be so good.
My wife asked me what happened to Ernest and whether or not he got canceled. And then it turned out he died of cancer.
Oh, Jim
like
Varney
25
passed
years
away
ago.
in like 2000?
Yeah,
1999?
she didn't realize he was dead. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I haven't
Jim-
heard of Ernest in ages.
Jim Varney's been deceased for a long time. What a great actor he was. Versatile too.
Yeah.
He could play
Played
so-
all those roles, didn't he?
He did. Think about Ernest Goes to Jail. How many characters he plays in that film? Lots.
He was like the low rent Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What other people just play all this? So Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Peter Sellers.
Yeah, there you go.
and
Peter
Ernest.
Sellers. Okay, that's a pretty good list to be on.
If you're at the bottom of it, because you're one of 4 people who does these things.
Jim Varney's very funny. Was very funny. Passed away now.
And apparently he's terrifying too.
He's not scary in that
At
movie.
le-
It's that troll that turns the kids into little wooden dolls that's scary.
How come Leprechaun didn't make your list? Is that because that's a St.
I
Patrick's Day
don't
movie?
like Leprechaun. It's too
Well, that
gross.
sounds like it'd be
When he
terrifying.
bites the guy's finger off and goes, "Oh, finger licking good." Oh, I don't like that. There's no way they've seen Leprechaun. They have no idea what Leprechaun is.
So, Jeff, you can be the arbiter of truth here. Is this an actual Halloween movie list?
No, like it's all in the wording because it could be like the movies to watch around Halloween, but it's not a Halloween themed movie list.
Yeah. What are scary movies? You made a scary movie list.
But to me, scary movies are synonymous with Halloween.
See,
That's when
why
people
it's
watch them.
like a gray area. It's
Thank
choose
you.
your own
So people
adventure.
don't watch scary movies outside of Halloween. Is your take?
No, but I mean, people watch Christmas movies in July, so that's not the point. The point is, what do I associate? What do I think the average person associate with Halloween? And it's scary movies.
I asked you for the best Halloween.
And I gave you that
You
list.
didn't.
I gave. Okay, but you're right. I didn't give you your list.
No,
I gave you.
You didn't give me a
my list.
Halloween list. You gave me a scary movie list.
It's because you and I don't agree on what
I
constitutes.
asked you
and I
to give
gave
me the
you-
fucking
and I
Halloween
gave
movie
you a
list, and you
Halloween
didn't
movie.
give it to me.
You don't see them as Halloween movies.
Because
but
they're not Halloween
I
movies.
didn't realize that you were the king of what gets to
I
count.
asked you to
as
do the
Halloween,
fucking list.
and I did a list.
No, you
of-
didn't. You did the. I asked you to do a list, and
I
you
did
did
a
a different
list.
list.
A list.
When you were a professor and someone gave you an essay on something you didn't ask for, what would it get? A fucking 0.
Just because you're yelling doesn't make you right.
Jared, who's right?
It's not a Halloween movie. I don't
Okay.
think so.
No one agrees with you.
Oh, Jeff kind of did.
No, he did. Jeff kind of did
He
he?
said it's a gray area, and you can make the case. Like Jeff.
Well,
was sort
now
of-
I'm a little afraid to disagree with anything Pat says.
I spelled this out for you. We were waiting in the lounge. We can get in the lounge. We were waiting before taking the flight, and you asked me, and I said, no, it has to do with Halloween. He said, well, there's some gray area movies. I said, sure, there are. I thought you were talking about some of the ones that would actually be Halloween movies, not random movies you find scary.
They're not random. They're movies that one would watch reasonably expecting at Halloween because they're synonymous with
I
Halloween.
told you that's not the list.
That's not your list, but
I asked you to make that list.
I thought I made the list.
You didn't make the list at all. It's like you didn't even listen to me.
I did listen, but
you very clearly did not listen.
I did listen, but I decided that to be true to myself, I had to list the movies that I considered to be in the genre of Halloween.
I asked you to do one thing.
And I did it.
You didn't.
You just didn't like the way I did it.
You didn't. I asked you to do it one way and you did it the other way.
I did it the way I thought made sense to most people. And
No, you clearly didn't.
Well, I think that-
everyone else has agreed this is not a Halloween movie
I think
list.
the comments will be sympathetic to me.
Okay.
We'll see.
They generally are because they want to see you come back. They don't want to bully you off this show.
Well, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
trying to hold you accountable to what I asked you to do, and you agreed to.
There's been a lot of yelling at me on this show. Jeff's been yelling at me. You've been yelling at me.
And you still won't take my bet about the overall record.
Oh God, no. Because Rob's not wrong. The nosedive is coming.
You don't know that. Every week is different.
Every
just
week
because
is
just because I
different.
flipped 10 heads in a row doesn't mean tails is coming the next time.
No, it doesn't. But I have a
Maybe this is your year. This is the first year in ages. You haven't claimed it's your year.
because I don't think it is. I actually think I'm playing way above my head here, and I do expect sooner or later the ceiling to come crashing in on me.
Well, let's see if that happens in these late set of games. We got 3 of them. Jacksonville and Vegas. They saved the best for the afternoon
Goodness,
slate.
what an
here.
unwatchable game.
Vegas
this
is only a 3-point dog coming off bye at home. 45 is the over-under.
I'm perplexed by this. line.
What case is there for them to only be 3-point
Yeah,
underdogs?
I don't get it at all. That's why I have Jacksonville and I have a star next to them as like a potential super lock.
That was the game that I had.
I don't get it. Maybe someone can talk sense to me. I mean, the Raiders coming off a win. It's good to have you back, Jeff. It's good to have you back. See, we didn't have this last week.
No, Gary was like full on attention.
We
the
had
whole
people
time.
paying attention.
Full
Yeah.
disclosure, someone asking me about beers for the game, and my wife asking me if I booked a vet for the dog. So sorry.
Jacksonville or Vegas, Jeff?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, there's something suspicious about this line.
I mean,
it's like
Yeah, but
Vegas.
you said Jacksonville's fraud, so you should not.
but now they're
But a
playing
different type-
Vegas.
yeah, like
Vegas are legitimate frauds.
no, Vegas not even a fraud. No one thinks Vegas is good. They're just
Do you think that they were supposed to be 9-point underdogs, and then all the sports books said, "Hey, make a Halloween movie list," and
Okay.
then they gave your list? They're like, "Well, that's wrong." So
like,
you're 3-point.
This should be like a 6. Like if we were doing this last Sunday night, I would have written 6.5.
Yeah.
Is what I would have written down.
So we're all going to lose our money on Jacksonville this week, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I understand not being comfortable. I mean, I don't want to say anything too nice about Jacksonville, or I'm going to have a third person on the show scream at me. But I do think that Jacksonville is like head and shoulders better than the Raiders. They have position players who are super exciting. And all they have to do is not allow Genty to run wild over them, and they're going to win comfortably. I don't get this line. It makes no sense to me. So, I mean, like most years, I would say, oh, well, then write me down the Raiders. But, like, no. What's been successful for me is just to apply common sense as I see it. And so taking Jacksonville.
Bodies back.
I don't care.
If
They're
Bowers
bad.
is back,
Okay.
that's
but
good.
like
Myers
yes,
is back. That's good. Like they should
Sure.
be better. I don't
Yeah.
know if Crosby's playing or
but
not.
like Jacksonville was on bye last week too, so there's no advantage coming out of the bye.
Well, just the Raiders have been playing without like three of their better players.
I get it, but I just think the line is perplexing, and I'm going to take Jacksonville.
That's a round at Jacksonville, including the coin. New Orleans at the Rams. Jeff, the Rams are favored by 14, and old Shuck is playing quarterback for the Saints this week. Not a great team to make your first start against, I think. Oh, sorry, 13 and a half. Even better. Give me the Rams.
I'm not defending Rattler. And he probably got as much time as a fifth rounder would get, all things considered. But if he was drafted in, say, the third round, he'd probably be given more time. And maybe that's like an obvious statement because I don't think he's been horrible. But yeah, I guess for how much he's played in the last year and a half in totality for a fifth rounder, that's it. Time to move on. I'm going to take the Rams.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You had like real money on New Orleans last week, right?
Yeah,
And you
I had
tweet about
money
it
on
like
two
you were-
games.
Yeah, that
New
you were
Orleans
like,
and the Jets.
yeah, you won one that you really shouldn't have won either, but you did win one of them. And like, okay,
Okay, hold on a second. Whoa. Stop the clock. You went 12-1? 11-1?
yeah,
How much money did you fucking win?
I wanted the credit, which I got.
How much money did you win?
You know the answer to that question.
So I lost. I made two bets and I lost the juice.
My point was I thought you would maybe
So
have some bitterness about the
what,
Saints.
that's what I lost. What'd you win? You went 12-1. I went 1-1. What'd you do?
I got credit. You know how I feel about these things.
Just confirming.
Confirming what? But again, okay.
But when you say yes, I bet on the Saints last week.
And so I wondered if some of your analysis here is based on some bitterness about New Orleans. That's all.
So at 13 and a half, you're taking New Orleans?
Be bitter. I didn't even watch. I was so exhausted. No, I was alone with the baby. He might have been watching more football than me.
I can't take New Orleans. I have to take the Rams. I don't love it.
In hindsight, why the hell were the Saints only getting 4.5, which moved to 3.5 against Tampa?
Because Tampa was playing nobody you've ever heard of at wide receiver. That's part of it.
Egbuka played.
He's compromised. He's still not 100%. And like, it's a divisional game, and the Saints continue to be frisky in game. Had been frisky, even though they've been 1-7.
They've been less frisky lately.
Yeah, they are 1-7. They're a bad team.
Frisky in their tier.
Yes, that's right. And Tampa had just lost a game.
Tampa's like
and
clearly multiple tiers better. And listen, I made the bet. It's my money. Truth be told, like anyone who knows me and, the Saints under win total is probably my biggest future of the year. I don't bet the Saints unless someone I respect is telling me to bet the Saints. So I got caught in that. And the line even moved in my favor, which doesn't mean shit, but made me feel less stupid. Horrible bet. Horrible bet.
I mean, I know when you see that they're Cam's gold pick, you got a tail. I know what you mean.
Oh, he had gold on the Saints?
Oh, yeah.
the rest of his
I
picks
watched,
too.
listen, my algo fed me some Drew and Stu.
How does that show compare to the best bet show with Cam?
Well,
is it
it's
different?
just like it's 1 minute. It's like 90 seconds on each game, so it just moves fast. But let's just say he's on the Titans again. That I remembered.
Oh, Cam.
He has to stop picking the Titans, so he has to stop taking his shirt off during these 60 seconds.
Oh, is
that's
it a rule now? I was sorry. I was
No, just he doesn't have an impression for the Titans, so he kept taking his shirt off and going, I am the Titans. But he doesn't want to take his shirt off anymore, so I thought it was a good idea that he just not pick the Titans anymore.
just a good idea not to take the Titans at all because they're not covering when they're losing all these games either.
So Rams for all of us. The coin will go with New Orleans. Kansas City
they're
and Buffalo.
starting the new guy.
What? Yeah, they're starting Chuck.
I don't care.
Or if you've tried to read it properly, he's Mr. Slough.
Whatever. If he plays well and they catch the Rams, good on him. I won't have any part of it.
I mean, Shaheed or Olave might get traded before this game too.
Would make sense.
Kansas City at Buffalo, the game that they cleared out the schedule for. The Bills are a 1.5-point dog. At home, 52 is the total. Ed Oliver probably done for the season for the Bills. Big loss for them. And probably no Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs in this game. The Chiefs have, since Worthy came back and Rice came back, they look like a fucking wagon.
They have Bills, Broncos, Colts the next 3 weeks. That is a really, really prove-it stretch.
It's not really a prove it stretch. I don't think the Chiefs have to prove anything to anyone.
Well, in terms of like,
They could
are they back
lose
to
all those 3 games. They'd still be like, yeah, they'll probably win the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think they've got something to prove a bit for this season. So I'm going to take Buffalo in this game. I think the spread's wrong.
I agree with you.
I think the Bills should be laying 2 points. Not like on a neutral field, I would pick like the Chiefs maybe to be favored by a point. But in Buffalo, I don't think the Chiefs ought to be favored. The Chiefs obviously are playing great, but like the Chiefs haven't played other than the Lions, who that game was close for a bit till they took it over. Like the Chiefs haven't been playing the best teams in football here recently either, as they've been rebounding. So
I'd say this is more of a prove it week for the Bills.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
show
obviously-
up and play a real team in a competitive
and
game.
don't lose another game in division to the Patriots, who are who are right there with them. Buffalo coming off a bye and
Well, not really.
well, sort of.
Well, they played.
Yeah, but that game was a nothing.
Okay.
It wasn't like
If
Carolina.
they lost Ed Oliver in the game.
Okay, fair enough. But
Bad,
Buffalo,
you hope that nothing like that happens to the Jets by week.
Buffalo coming off like just a nothing game. I'm going to take them here. I think they're every bit as good as the Chiefs. And Josh Allen, yeah, like the buzz around him as MVP and the best quarterback, et cetera, has sort of waxed a little or waned a little bit. There should be a camera on him at all times.
There is.
You know,
He's
now
up
I'm
on the
thinking
screen.
about the baseball game a lot and like how it's just all, it's October 29th.
It's not.
It's what's the 28th?
Yes.
Sorry, well they played 2 games on the 28th because they were still playing last
Yes.
night, so it's all confusing. But the Blue Jays have a baseball game on October 28th, and I don't feel great about it, but it's a blessed feeling.
This is the big game of the week for football that we're talking about. Right?
And the team that reps the Blue Jays, the Bills.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. It is the local team.
This boils down to this. Geoff, is this game in the playoffs or not?
We have the same cap.
Yeah.
It's like the same with Atlanta Zigzag. That's my cap. I love Drake May. I love the Patriots. Sorry, there's a cap. Mahomes, he's the best. They're probably going to win the division in the end. The cap here is simple, and I'm where Pat is.
Yeah, me too. I like Buffalo.
Yeah. But Buffalo regular season, give them a win.
Yeah, this is a game people are going to want to. Like I said, I think this will be the most watched game before Thanksgiving.
I have no idea. I heard ratings are way up.
Oh, I'm sure they are way up. There's been a lot of compelling stories this year in the NFL. But like this is the game that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is the biggest rating of the year?
Until that 5:00 game on Thanksgiving. I think this
I
will
bet
be
you it's
the
still
biggest.
like a Cowboys game.
That's what I think.
Of a non-Sunday night football game?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was Sunday night, though. No, I'm not interested in playing AI mode on Google.
I mean, like Dallas played the America's Game of the Week last week. But
And the Broncos are,
yeah, Broncos are a big team. But no, I just think the numbers of this is just going to be astronomical.
short week for the Chiefs, too.
It is. I mean, they took Washington apart without much trouble. Look. I mean, I'm not super excited about picking against the Chiefs here. I just think the number's wrong.
Wrong team's favorite.
I think so.
Game I'm actually excited for, Sunday Night Football.
Ugh.
If we can get Jaden Daniels back for this game. This feels like the Jaden Daniels line.
It has to be because it should be like 6.
Commanders,
if it's not.
3-point dogs at home to the Seahawks, 46.5 is the over-under. The Commanders need this game.
Mm-hmm.
They lose this, they're
yeah.
basically cooked.
Yeah, the NFC. I mean, we talk about how baked in the AFC playoffs are. The NFC playoffs are even more baked in, or at least as baked in, with the three teams with the 2 teams in the NFC North, 1 team in the East,
And probably 3 in the West.
3 in the West, and 1 in the South. So, like, how does Washington find its way in? They're going to have to like win out or something, or come pretty darn close.
Well,
Who are they going to edge out? I mean, unless one of those teams in the West, like San Francisco, who's got nobody left who's healthy, falls apart. How is Washington going to get to
So who's your 7th team then?
the Niners.
the 49ers? You have the
And then
Rams,
who's your like 8th and 9th team?
Right now, it's like Atlanta, Dallas,
Carolina.
Washington, Chicago's
numbers,
4 and 3. If they
Carolina,
win this
like-
week, they'll be 5 and 3.
Like, those are the teams that are like in the hunt, but I don't think any of
A
them
lot
are.
of ball left.
Sure, it's probably not going to be the exact 7. Like, you know,
I actually would be surprised if it's not.
if
at this
Darnold
point.
gets hurt this week and is out for the year, like the Seahawks probably crumble. You know what I mean?
So,
if
yes.
Stafford goes down,
I'd say
then
there's
the
like-
Rams are in trouble.
like
Like,
a
there's a lot that can happen here.
There is, but I'd say there's like a 75% that those 7 teams are the 7 teams that make the playoffs.
A 70% chance.
Yeah.
And what was your AFC percentage on your 7?
Well, not as high, because I think that 7th spot is still pretty up for grabs. So I think you're in the driver's seat. I certainly wouldn't.
And who's the 6th team in the AFC for you?
Well, the 2 teams, the Denver and the Chiefs, and then the
Patriots.
then
or
the
Bills.
Patriots and Bills are both in. So that's 5 and 6 right there.
For example, the Seahawks currently have a 70% chance of making the playoffs,
Sounds right to me.
and they're 5 and 2.
And I expect them to win this game and cover, so that those odds will go up again after this week.
They would, yes, if that was the case.
And I like the Niners to win again this week, and I like the Rams to win this week. So like that, those 3 teams are just, I think, are going to get. You have to make a case for somebody to come up and grab that
Well,
7th spot. And I don't know who
Without
it is.
Washington winning this game, then it's going to be very difficult for them to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to take Washington, and this is just up.
Yeah, it
They're
is a
saying that Jaden
desperation.
Daniels is practicing on Wednesday. I don't know if he's going to play or not. I don't think they'll win if they don't have him. But if they do have him and he's back, maybe he ends up leaving in the first quarter because he just can't play. There's always that risk,
Yeah.
but I'm going to take Washington at home.
That's fair.
Toss a coin.
I'm going to take the Seahawks. Just think they're just going to outgun them.
They can't, I mean, very possible. We'll see if McLaurin plays too because he hurt his quad again.
Yeah.
He said he was fine, but he also said he was going to
The
sign a
Seattle
contract.
team is really good. It has
So
some
if
weaknesses, but it's really
Jaden
good.
is playing, where do you think the number fit? Like
This has
goes?
got to be the Jaden number.
Yeah.
We're pretty darn close.
I mean, this is the probably not fully healthy Jaden number. I think if Jaden Daniels is healthy for this game and like playing like he's supposed to, that's 1.5.
Yeah.
Seattle's probably still favored.
Yeah, I can't.
But if Mariota ends up starting, I don't know, 6, 6.5.
That's the number I expected to see here on the sheet, was 6 or 6.5.
I really wish Washington didn't have their 4th down variance performance against the Chiefs, but is what it is. I'm going to take Seattle. Tim's boy Darnold is just, I trust him too much. And I don't know, that Washington defense
Banged up.
banged up. Bobby Wagner, like, man, time just hits you. And maybe it just smacked him. Legend. But guy just looks a step behind everybody.
I also think at this point we can say Darnold is Jeff's. You love Darnold as much as I did.
I do.
you
But
guys
you
both
like
love Darnold.
flag planted the I'd have been rooting for him with or without you flag planting
Yeah.
him and the Vikings. But like you, how do I put it? When the season ends, it could be your, between Darnold and the Patriots, that seems to be your like tour de force credit
Yeah.
lookout.
Most credit at the Custies. Both those things will be on it.
That's true. Those are like the 2 biggest flags I planted where I got a lot of resistance on.
And Dodgers Blue Jays World Series, which you predicted.
I did pick that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
all you had to do
there's
was
not like there's icebergs ahead in the water, but we're sailing.
We are. We're
I mean,
moving.
there's a long list of other stuff. Scattaboo really sucked in most of the curse this week.
I don't know about that.
Many people are saying this.
I wasn't saying nice things about him though.
You just kept bringing him up and bringing him
Well.
up and bringing him up. Now he's dead.
That was a gruesome, terrible injury. Oh my goodness.
Monday Night Football.
That was a Halloween movie in and of itself.
Cardinals at Dallas.
Not to, not anyway.
Dallas 2-point favorite at home. 54 is the over-under. That's probably too low. when Dallas plays at home because they're going to score at least 40 points in this game, like they do it every week that they play.
What you're forgetting, the most important
The
stat.
most important stat. Kyler Murray, Jeff, never lost at AT&T Stadium.
What?
College,
Weird.
high school, pros, never lost there.
Oh, what's that like? Okay.
I think he's 9-0 or
The
something.
Cardinals are no longer in the NFC East, so they don't play there every year anymore.
Seems like it should be a fun game. I don't really have an opinion.
This does not seem like a fun game.
Yeah, yes, it
This
does.
seems like an awful game.
Dallas. Dallas to cover the 2.5. We're getting a bit of fun here on Dallas because they got waxed by Denver last week.
Dallas has bad games.
Yeah, but Dallas plays well at home. They do nothing but score points at home. Like, you're going to have to ask Arizona to drop 45 in this game.
I have Dallas written down, so I guess I'm going with Dallas. But not with any super amount of confidence.
I really like Dallas in this game.
Because, like, Arizona has a bunch of playmakers, too.
Do you need an ice pack or something?
I think you should-
I'm in rough shape.
I think, Jeff, you should stay home. You should stay home this evening and watch the game, Jeff. You should just stay. You should just stay home and watch the game. You'll be happier.
No, It's only like 4 blocks.
That's okay. You just open up a Verner's and relax in your easy chair, and you watch the Blue Jays, and that'll be fine.
No, I'm not doing that.
Dallas has played 3 home games so far this year. 40 against the Giants, 40 against the Packers, 44 points against the Commanders. It's not like Arizona's good.
No, they're not. But I have Dallas, so I guess I'm with you. I don't expect it to be the massive scoring performance for some reason.
Okay.
I'm not excited for this game. It's like the first primetime game we've had where, like, neither of these teams are going anywhere.
Dallas is actually
Dallas has too many bad games.
They do, but
See,
of all
I
the,
totally.
Like,
Well, I
that's like-
agree. Like, I don't think I'm watching a team that could possibly even come close to winning a playoff game. I think watching these two teams match up will be entertaining, and I think I'm going to enjoy it.
and weirdly, because they have that tie, they do have a path to the playoffs.
They've got to win. They've got to go 10-7, 10-6-1.
I mean, they
probably.
would add, for them to get in, they would have to go 9-7-1, and hopefully that's good enough.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if they get
maybe
there.
9-7-1 would be enough.
Yeah, but I'm saying for them to get in, 9-7-1 would have to be enough.
Yeah.
That one of these other teams, I could see the Niners falling off. I like the Niners, but
Yeah,
if
they're super injured. I get it.
if they lose this week in New York, it's game on for this entire
I
conference.
guess.
Like all these
But again,
teams.
someone else has to come up and take it.
Yeah, like if Dallas wins, they're a game back. Actually, there'd be a half game back of them. If the Bears win, they'd be tied with them. Like
Here's the
there's teams that are there. They're just not good teams.
We're gonna get
if the
such a
Falcons win.
we're gonna get such a bad team against Detroit in the first round, or against St.
Did you
Louis
guys
or
watch-
the LA in the first round.
Have you guys watched Dallas play defense?
Well, they don't, so I haven't seen it
Yeah. Do you know why?
because they have
Because
Kenneth Murray.
the 80th of 80th ranked linebackers with a 39.7 overall grade. Murray.
Now I have to beat that.
Yeah, write that time code down.
Like, this guy, he's just gotten worse. He can't stop anybody. McBride is like, they're going to go nuts. I still think I'm going to take Dallas, but he's literally, I just loaded up PFF, not to say it's like the be all end all, but they got him 80 of 80.
When is Overshown back? Because he takes Kenneth Murray out of that defense.
I'm not an injury savant like that. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, you should say that you're just Dr. Jeff. Then you can start hucking supplement pills, make all the bucks.
If Harrison can't have a huge game here,
I mean, Harrison's not having a bad year.
not having a great year.
Let's see. What do you think Marv's stats are? He got hurt too at
Yeah,
one point.
I know.
I would say coming off a bye versus a team playing someone like Denver is a pretty nice spot. Denver's
I
like,
would
that's a
agree.
physical game. They hunt. The Chargers wore that for a few weeks, and they'll play them the last week of the season. Hopefully, it doesn't matter.
Marv has 400 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Although the other receivers who went in his draft performing much better.
Yeah.
So rounded Dallas. We got a lot of round ofs this week.
Good news for you guys.
As long as you finally
I'm going to
continue to have good
switch.
weeks. You're going to switch?
I'll switch. I don't
Oh.
want to. Yeah, for a primetime game, we don't be on the same side.
All right. So That brings us to Superlocks for the week. I'm just going to take Indy -3.
I don't hate that.
Bears.
Bears -2.5 for Geoff.
College football all-stars. Jaguars -3.
That was the other one that I was going to go with.
My other one that I had circled, but we don't take the Thursday game anymore.
No.
Would have been Baltimore on Thursday night, but we're done.
You can take
No,
Baltimore.
I know I
You
can.
can take the Thursday night
We
game.
can. I'm not. That was a thicket of trouble for me.
It's funny because Dallas was going to be Dallas or the Rams were going to be just the Rams. Just feel like they win this game 35-3, don't they?
They should win it pretty comfortably.
Coming off bye, Puka's back.
But shock. Puka will be back for like 12 plays.
It's fine. That's too many for the Saints. If he's back for 12 plays, that's what 11 catches for 112 yards.
But no touchdowns because it's Devonta Adams time all day, every day in the end zone.
Tutu Atwell was placed on injured reserve, so more Puka points. Recap your free money, which was a winner. You've improved to 1-6 on the year.
1-6-1.
There's no pushes.
We have a push.
You didn't get a loss for it.
Exactly. So we pushed 2 weeks ago. We won this week. So we're undefeated the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers, Falcons, Bengals, Lions.
Another 2-1 6-point tease.
Yeah, 4-teamer.
There you go. Get yourself back on track. You should have just put spread parlay last week. A 12 game spread parlay just left the Jets out. Big winner.
Yeah, would have been sweet.
You would have had like a 300-1.
Tim.
Yeah.
How many McDonald's points do you get in credit, like for the app? With your 12-1 record last week.
They should do that. They should have a picks game on the McDonald's app, and you could win points for that. You'd make your picks then, wouldn't you?
How was the stadium, Geoff, when you were there 2 weeks ago? Was it still like an airport?
I hate that place.
Why? So what was your experience this time? Was it different than the last time you were there?
No, it's just football in LA. It's just, you can't even explain this place. Once you're in the seating bowl, it truly is incredible. That is quite marvelous, but just everything about LA football, yeah, it sucks.
Okay. In-depth description from Geoff Fienberg about what
it's
happened.
Like you feel like you're at an airport terminal in like Singapore.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, those are
lovely.
nice. Those are nice
Especially
places.
that's a real nice airport.
I know, but you have to understand, like my idea of going to a football game is like Ralph Wilson Stadium.
But yet he looks down his nose if you dare eat a loony hot dog at the Sky Dome.
No, I don't.
Huh?
I just don't eat them. I don't look down my nose.
He only looks down his nose when he drops his vape.
Listen,
or when he's trying to tell somebody to come into a different set of seats.
Do you know what Pizzola did to me this week?
What?
So I Thursday night, obviously I wasn't going to join them for the Chargers game, and with the time difference also, right? Like the game it's like family time, bedtime. But I came to join him at halftime. Just enjoying myself. And then I guess I lost track of time and the third quarter started. And Vidal had a couple nice runs to start the third quarter. So I'm like, shit, you now have to give me play-by-play. Like I don't want to leave. I'm going to sit here till this drive is over. And then him and the other guy, Jason, pranked me that Herbert got hurt. And I guess I'll give them credit because they got me. But that's it takes a lot of guts to do that to me. So I gave them props because that takes a lot of credit. Like it takes a lot of guts to do that to me.
That's low.
And
That is. That's
tough. All I got.
I would never do that to you, Jeff. That's not fun. I know how devastating that would feel.
Oh, it was such a gross.
I know. I know what it's like. It's no fun.
Oh, I think I was looking through the video to see if I think I got rid of the other one, but I have the one of Geoff when I asked you to wave up at us. It's just Geoff looking around like this.
Yeah, I was waving. Just something like, notice, okay, we see you. Instead, I'm probably waving for like 40 seconds after you probably already saw me. Yeah, I got Tim like you. I got friends bailing on tonight. They can't move. Everyone's
Honestly, after last night's super marathon, I think you'd be happy if you like resummoned your you got a game tomorrow night too. So summon your energy for that game and settle in. And in fact, you know what? I'm even for good luck's sake, because I didn't watch game 1 on TV naturally. Game 2 and game 3 I watched on TV on Sportsnet. I'm not watching Sportsnet tonight. We're going Fox tonight. We're going Joe
Really?
Davis. We're going John Smoltz. We are going Fox broadcast tonight to shake up the Mo.
If it bothers you, you wouldn't switch back though.
If they win, I'm going to ride with them for a bit. So last thing on the Blue Jays. They have such beautiful white uniforms, gray uniforms, powder blue uniforms. Those dark blue softball jerseys that look so cheap and look so dumb. Why they continue to wear those on national television is something I can't comprehend. They'd finally gotten out of that horrible habit in the championship series. They wore the powder blues, all 3 in Seattle. I'm all excited to see them look really well-dressed yesterday, and they come out looking like a softball team in those blue jerseys and gray pants. And it's like,
Well, they'll probably wear something different tonight because laundry is probably not done in time from.
well,
last night.
that and like they wore I wonder if they switched because they had lost in the monochrome the night. I don't
Yes.
know, but
Something about when they lose, they switch.
they
It's-
haven't worn their dress grays all playoffs. I really would like to see them wear them once here in the World Series. The Dodgers look so nice in them. The Dodgers have fantastic uniforms, and the Blue Jays have great uniforms too. But those, I mean, you and I both agree that those black ones are just those are just like horrific.
Those are the worst.
Oh,
I
just
hate
horrific.
those.
they're
I
really
wouldn't
bad.
buy them for even a nephew.
Oh, well,
Those are repulsive.
that's not
You know
saying
what those
much.
look like? Those look like a T-shirt you'd get in like the Toronto airport. It says
Agreed.
like, "Oh, I heart Toronto."
I
That's so
agree.
pathetic. Those jerseys, I hate them. And they call them night mode. Oh, they're repulsive.
They're like
Fathers.
worse. They're like
I
worse.
can't even believe any father would buy that for their child over the classic outfits Tim has described. I hate those uniforms.
They are worse versions of like the Vernon Wells era Blue Jays.
Oh,
jerseys,
which were awful.
which are horrible.
Here's the thing: the
Those
Blue
aren't even
Jays have
close to as
2
bad.
colors. They have 2 colors and sort of a third with the red and the maple leaf. They have 2 colors. You don't need black. They are not a team that wears black. You don't need the black. The Dodgers have 3 colors, mostly blue and white, and red for the numbers on the front of the jersey. And that's it.
I do regret. Just I had a few drinks in me at that point, just ranting about how awful those jerseys were. Then our server came up wearing that jersey.
Oh, I know. They're awful, but those dark blue softball jerseys are ugly too. Please don't wear those.
And my last words will be, it sucks when you have to watch Mahomes and Ohtani play your favorite teams. Other than that, I kind of, they're fun to watch.
Jared, you had something to say?
I think the blue jerseys in European football, they call it a kit clash, where it's like you can't wear powder blue and white because they would look too similar.
But the Mariners were all white in the ALCS at home, and the Blue Jays wore their powder blues.
Was it a kit clash?
No, because like usually they would just wear their light grays. So no, I don't think that's what was. I'm such a nerd. I remember them playing the Indians in 2016, and they both wore dark blue softball tops in a game. And then in the World Series, the Cubs and the Indians both wore versions of blue jerseys.
I actually don't mind those dark blue jerseys.
They're
I wish they
ugly.
would wear dark blue pants with it. Just go all.
Well, that
all
would
dark blue.
actually that would be more tolerable.
with like a white
with a white
stripe on the leg.
that would be more tolerable.
I have
than
no
what they're
issue
doing.
with the dark blues, but I love the classic grays. So
Yeah.
Also, a question for Geoff. Do you think Tim looks just like John Schneider right now?
no.
Really?
What if he had a cutoff? He just wore the vest.
The beard, the hat, I
No.
don't know.
I
think it
don't
looks-
see it.
Strikingly similar.
Well, that will do it on the Pat Mayo Experience. It's not the 4-hour show that people were hoping for. Next week, when everyone's reinvigorated, everyone comes back with the energy, like Geoff and Jared, myself, and
We
Tim
have a lot of
Anderson.
fire
Tim and Cust.
weeks.
Not my name.
Sorry. Fuck. Sorry.
I don't think you've ever talked over that before.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Tonight's not gonna go well.
I don't think in your defense, I don't think so either. I feel like the game they had to have was last night, And how do you bounce back after an 18-inning loss? I felt like whoever won last night was going to be at a massive advantage to win the series because the losing team was going to be devastated. And
I don't think you can even properly cap what's going to happen in a game after an 18-inning game 12 hours later.
no, other than
weird stuff is going to happen.
modern day Babe Ruth is on the mound, and that's not good.
I mean, listen, he had to be on base 9 times last night's game.
And
Maybe he's tired.
He only ran himself into one out trying to steal. Didn't know how to stay on the base. We don't need him.
That was a bad idea. Bad
That
luck.
was you. That was you.
I participated in that.
I did not. Thought it was stupid at the time.
It was fun.
Yeah, you can't have that. Like, it was fun because it's game 1. You can't have that much fun in game 1. Be happy. Don't pretend like you won the series.
It was a party.
It was a party. Maybe it's the only game they win. So.
And if there's one thing I like doing, it's celebrating as soon as the opportunity affords itself.
That will do it for us. Smash like, sub to the channel. I'll be back on Thursday with Rob and Cam for the best bets. Hopefully, they're awake for that show. Wouldn't that be nice? I'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!